Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. Let's do this. Good morning. Happy Friday. Get on that stream, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe while you're there. You can always listen to the show. Just download the app for free. Get us on your in-home smart speaker and check us out on the website, rock1061.com. Marshall, happy Friday.
Happy Friday to you. I'm a little sore this morning because I did another 40 burpees yesterday, guys. No big deal.
One more day to go, and you will have reached
the
almost
your pool body. Perfect beach body inside this vessel that we call Marshall. That's right. So I've done 80 burpees this week, and I'm pretty sure I'm ready to flaunt it only at my pool at my house. I'm not saying outside in front of other human beings that aren't married to me and or dogs that I own.
Yeah.
But I think I'm going to be pretty svelte in front of my family this weekend at the pool at my house.
Now, Cam, who is a fitness guru, was in studio for Beer for Breakfast, and he said if you want to drink beer and you still want to have a respectable beach bod, the way to go is burpees. Marshall's taking that to heart.
I'll tell you, man, I felt every one of them yesterday. They hit me like a truck, like I was just standing in the front of a truck on the highway. Little sore this morning, like I said, but I feel great, man. I feel great. I just got to pound out 40 more burpees today, and I'll finally have that perfect pool dad bod I've been looking for.
Now, will you continue doing burpees after today?
I make no commitments, but what I will say is yes.
Okay, fair enough.
So I feel great.
Good
Thank
on you. Good
Thank
on you. All right, coming up on the show today, Beer for Breakfast, going to be joined by Josh Messer from Pretoria Fields. We've got Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout? Cole Beasley, football player, rapper.
He's actually not a bad rapper. I'll say that.
Okay.
How about this? He's a lot better than I thought he'd be.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Heavy Ones is his song. We'll get into that during the 8 o'clock hour. Going to play Wheel of Florida this morning. Going to take your calls, comments, and texts. When did an unwelcome animal make its way into your house? We had a couple great ones on Instagram. Fantastic. Going to get to those after 7. Of course, about last night, going to kick off the show. A couple major trades. We had an NBA trade go down, a couple in Major League Baseball. Got an update on the status of Bob Odenkirk. He passed out, fainted on set as they were filming the final season of Better Call Saul. We now know what happened with that. Also, a little bit more information on the Joey Jordison situation. The 911 call has been released. We got some audio from that. That's coming up next. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1. It's Rise Against. There's Nowhere Generation.
All right. Morning, Wanda. Morning, Gibby. Morning, Mac. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us nice and freaking early on this beautiful Friday. Here is some cash from the past 2 weeks.
Okay.
Last week and this week.
Ooh.
For
big money.
For
big
homie.
money.
For homie.
Cool. Thank you.
Gibby said, I actually heard there while he was up doing that family thing he's doing, There's an acoustic version of Nowhere Generation.
Oh, nice.
Have you heard that?
I have not. See if we can find it. That'd be cool. I like that song a lot.
It definitely gets stuck in your head.
Yeah.
I found myself singing it yesterday while I was loading up vehicles and doing my thing yesterday. I was singing that song. I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah.
Why am I singing this song?
No, I get that.
It's aggressively catchy.
Oof. Thank you for the heads up, though. Good morning, Wanda. Mac. Good morning, Gibby.
So Facebook changed their stuff around the other day. I don't know. Or maybe I Facebooked wrong. I don't know what the hell's going on. But I tried to share the show to a couple places, and it just wasn't liking me to share it to a page. Let's see what it does today.
Okay.
See, more options. No, it just gives me an option to share to a group. So it doesn't allow me to share to a page. It just says share to a group. I can share via Twitter. How about this? Can I, as Marshall, the human being, share it to a page? Yes, as a human being, I can share it to another page, but as a page, I can't share it to another page anymore.
Interesting.
I guess I'm just not human, man.
Yeah. I mean, you can do that or just copy the link.
I ain't copying no damn link. Who do you think I am?
All right, got about a minute 15. Damn it.
Sorry, I'm just sharing the show
No, you're
around.
good. I got about 30 seconds. Story number one about last night. Like I said, just a little bit more info. Not a whole lot, but a little bit more about the Joey Jordison thing coming out since the 911 call was released. All right, guys, be right back. Kicking off the show with About Last Night, story number one. Of course, it was reported on Tuesday that founding member of Slipknot, Joey Jordison, died in his sleep on Monday. Now, law enforcement said there was no foul play suspected, no illegal drugs were found at the scene. And at this time, though, we still don't have a cause of death. However, learned a couple more things via a 911 call that's been made public. It made it to TMZ.com. The call was made by Jordison's ex-girlfriend. Now, she said Joey's family hadn't heard from him in days, and she went to check on him.
Yeah, so, I mean, even as an ex-girlfriend, it seems like she was his girlfriend. Like, it seemed kind of weird because she said that she orders food for him, she takes care of his bills for him. It sounded like she took care of him almost as a caretaker, maybe not a girlfriend anymore.
Yeah.
But it seemed kind of strange the way she explained it on the 911 call. But, I mean, at first, it seemed like she was kind of emotionally detached. She's like, yes. I think he's dead. I think he's dead and he's in the house. And then, like, I think the realization of it kind of hits her, and she kind of starts breaking down towards the end of it.
His name is Nathan Jordison, Jordison.
And what's Nathan's date of birth?
4/26/75.
All right. Stay on the line with me. I'm going to make sure they get started and give them a quick update. I'm going to have a few more questions for you, okay? Stay strong for me. You're doing the right thing.
Thank you.
All right, Amanda, we're on the way. Are there any weapons in the home?
No, none of it. No, he just doesn't like guns.
Okay. All right. They're coming as quickly as possible to help you. Is there anything I can do in the meantime?
I don't think so. I'm sorry. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're all right. Anything you need, let us know.
And that was basically the end of the call right there. Yeah, I mean, she kept it together in the beginning and then just kind of lost it toward the end.
Yeah, it's obviously a really sad situation. Now, they're saying that Joey passed away in his sleep, according to his family. He had some neurological stuff going on. He had a form of MS that he's been battling for a while, but it seemed like he was on the other side of it. And it didn't really seem like he was doing much, obviously, through the pandemic that we heard of. So it was a really sad situation to hear the news that Joey passed away on Monday.
Earlier this week, Bob Odenkirk, the star of Better Call Saul, actually fainted, passed out on the set. He was taken to the hospital. We now know what happened. We got that story coming up next. It is About Last Night, Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
It's been a tough week for celebrities, man.
It really has been.
Joey Jordanson passing away, Dusty Hill passing away, Bob Odenkirk trying to pass away on us. You son of a bitch, you finished Better Call Saul.
Morning, Charles. Speaking of coffee, I'll be right back.
Oh, Christ. There we go. Sorry, guys. Yeah, it's been a wild month for a lot of reasons. It's hot outside. Everyone gets crazy. So I'm super excited today because I'm going back to the movie theater for the very first time since April. So April, I went and saw Mortal Kombat in the movie theater in IMAX. It's very cool to get back in the movie theater after almost a year and a half away. Now, I haven't been back to the movie theater since, but today there's a new film. It's kind of a small indie film called The Green Knight, and I'm really excited. I'm going to see that movie later on this afternoon. Really excited, actually. Going back to the movie theater. So I think that's really the only thing I think you can do this weekend. Before we jumped on the air, Cotter was telling me, he's like, there's an excessive heat report or heat alert that just went out. What did it say again?
So, yeah, it's from SEMA. An excessive heat warning has been issued from 11 until 8 today, east of I-95. Take extra precautions.
Where everyone lives.
So, yeah, take extra precautions if you work or spend time outside.
So if
I don't remember ever getting stuff like that. I mean, floods, tornadoes, hurricanes, heat warning.
Yeah, man.
All right. Can't wait to stand outside at my remote tomorrow and then go to a concert outside. Ugh, lots of water.
Yeah, you're going to die tomorrow. Just too much, man. Yeah, tomorrow's hiding inside is going to be about what hopefully about 90% of us are doing. It'll be if you go out on the roadways to go get food, it should be pretty dead outside just because of how hot it is.
Yeah,
you would think. Probably not going.
Nobody's going to want to go outside, but they will.
Don't worry, Gibby. We're going to give Cotter lots of water. I have so I've got a deal with a guy who takes care of me with cases of water. So I have tons of water in my office, and I have a little tiny mini fridge that I always keep full of water for everyone here at the radio station. So Cotter's goal is to not die.
Yes.
Take a bunch of water with him,
and then spend $20 on water at the right. Green Day concert.
Yeah, oh yeah, you'll spend a lot more than that, man.
I meant per water.
Yeah, about right. $6 a bottle. Yeah.
You're doing the Pedal Pub on Saturday. Some old friends that are visiting Savannah. That sounds like the wrong day to do the Pedal Pub.
Yeah, so Mac actually has a remote at Chatham Parkway Toyota from 11 until 1. So she's doing that, then she's going to do the Pedal Pub.
Now, the Pedal Pub is fun. I've done it multiple times. It is fun.
Well,
it's
also
so hot.
Also, we forgot, girls don't sweat. Yeah. Is it glisten or glow that girls?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Mac, do you like the word glisten? Seems like a word you wouldn't like.
That does. It's
Glisten,
questionable.
right?
It's questionable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I loved how last night Cotter and I were having some issues. We had like one spot open on the show. We're like, what are we going to do here? And I'm like, man, I think a bunch of stuff is going to happen tomorrow. So like one thing we're going to talk about here in just a few moments is just like everything that happened in baseball and basketball yesterday. But I mean, there's even one story we probably want to touch upon. But I mean, the Terry Francona, the coach of the Indians, he's taking off for the rest of the year. So like he has some medical issue where he's not even going to coach the Cleveland Indians, the last season of the Cleveland Indians this year.
Now, hasn't he dealt like with medical issues kind of his entire life? Didn't he have issues prior?
Yeah, I believe so. He's missed some time on the field. But I mean, he's getting up there. I mean, I don't think he's coming back. I mean, the dude is 62 years old, so.
That's not, I don't know. It's not old anymore. But no, he has been wearing a boot on his right foot all season after undergoing toe surgery for staph infection. That went down back in Friday. He's also dealing with a hip problem.
Wait, that happened last Friday?
I mean, I'm sorry, in February.
Oh.
And he's also dealing with a hip problem, which will require surgery.
Good Lord.
Yeah, he's kind of just falling apart. While hospitalized, Francona had blood clotting issues. He was placed in intensive care. Damn. And this is the second year in a row he's been sidelined. He managed just 14 games in 2020. But I thought it was a while ago he had some issues too.
Mm-hmm.
Francona spoke passionately about his love for the organization. His father, Tito, actually played for the Indians from 1959 to 1964. That's cool.
Fun fact. Max says glisten isn't bad.
But not good. All right, we got about 2 minutes, 45 seconds.
She goes, I don't know if I glisten or glow, but damn, I sweat.
You will sweat on Saturday.
Oh, man, you're going to sweat today. So Cotter and I are getting together after the show today to go over some show stuff. And my initial thought was we're going to go to this bar, right? Mm-hmm. And it has this patio that's awesome. It's got this freaking awesome patio. It's covered and everything. Yeah. It's got like a TV out there. It's got like all sorts of stuff. And I thought about it last night. And I'm like, I'm going to ask if we can move this inside.
I just assumed.
Yeah, even at 11 a.m., it's going to be, hold on, let me see how hot it's going to be today, even at 11 a.m. It's going to be 90.
Yeah, we can sit inside.
It'll be a 90 at 11 a.m., and by late this afternoon, it'll be 93 at 4. Tomorrow's forecast is like hell hot. So it's just showing as sunny. Not even partly cloudy.
Right.
Anything. Straight up sunny. I haven't seen that on the forecast probably in like all year long.
Yeah.
High of 97 tomorrow. Low of 79.
That's miserable. So we come home from our Florida vacation and realize the upstairs, we got two different, like we had a air conditioning unit upstairs and a separate one for downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
So we realized the upstairs one is not blowing any air out, and the temperature is just going up. So I go outside to look at the air conditioning unit, and the line from the unit to the house is just frozen.
Yeah.
Completely frozen. Go upstairs into the attic where the another part of the air conditioning unit is. It's frozen up there.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, Jesus. So the upstairs just started to get hot. I mean, it was like 95 degrees upstairs. Just miserable.
Yeah, it's a thermostat issue there.
No, it was a blower issue. So
yeah,
$800 later. That's fixed. And then just brought it up to you. My garbage disposal's leaking.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at that and went, no, I'm not trying that.
It's just leaking? Like it's still working?
It's not working, and it's leaking. And I tried the reset button thinking maybe that'd work. Before I knew it was leaking, it didn't.
Right.
So I got to get that replaced. So,
So I mean, I used a guy. I didn't use him for that, but he does about everything.
I'm assuming, hopefully, I'll reach out to him.
Yeah, I shot his information over to you.
Yeah. Yep, I'll reach out. Yeah, no, it was one of those things where I looked at it and went, I don't know if I feel comfortable with that. There's a lot of pieces there. All right, guys, be right back. Good morning. It is the Cotter and Marshall Show. Story number 2 about last night. Earlier this week, it was reported that Better Call Saul Breaking Bad actor Bob Odenkirk had collapsed on set during production of the 6th and final season of the series Better Call Saul. Well, representatives of the actor released a statement on Wednesday. They said, "We can confirm Bob is in stable condition after experiencing a heart-related incident, a.k.a. a heart attack. He and his family would like to express gratitude for the incredible doctors and nurses looking after him, as well as his cast, crew, and producers who have stayed by his side. The Odenkirks would like to thank everyone for the outpouring of well wishes and ask that their privacy at this time as Bob works on his recovery." His son, Nate Odenkirk, even tweeted out, "All is well. He's going to be okay."
So this is kind of one of those things where you see a celebrity like have a situation like this, right? And sometimes people are, the internet's very mean, right? It can be a mean place. I didn't see one bad thing about Bob Odenkirk. Everyone was praying and hoping that Bob was going to make his way through this heart attack. And it seems like he's going to. Now, the thing that kind of stunned me in regards to this is Bob did a movie about a year and a half ago called Nobody.
Yeah.
And essentially it was about a guy whose family didn't know he was like an CIA or FBI guy. And he was just like this killing machine, essentially. But he went and retired. And so it was like John Wick, but with Bob Odenkirk, now that I think about it. Anyway, it was a great movie called Nobody. It came out earlier this year during the pandemic, and it was great. Now, apparently he had to get into crazy shape. He actually has like a scene where, he is very toned and ripped he's 50 plus, 58. Yeah, 58 years old. He was ripped because he got into crazy shape for this role,
right?
Which is something he's never done before. He's just generally been a comedian actor, and now that's his first physical role. So it was stunning to hear after a guy who's been in shape for a while now, him having a heart attack. It's absolutely scary.
Fair question. How are you and I still alive?
I don't know. We're too young. I got another 10 years before your first heart attack.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yes. I don't know, man.
I got a few. Well, it depends. Do I keep slugging energy drinks like I do? Definitely heart attack by next year then.
Yeah. The way you drink those things. Ugh.
Hey, one a day. I do one a day now.
Is that it?
Yeah, just one a day.
Okay.
Sometimes.
I was going to say, really?
No, sometimes.
Okay. Production was halfway through for the final season of Better Call Saul. At the time of the heart attack, production remained halted on Wednesday. Everybody involved is just focusing on Bob's health. So it's unclear how long production will remain down, but if he's okay, it does sound like he'll be back in, and they'll get to finish up the final season of Better Call Saul. All right, coming up next, one more story in about last night. Some trades went down, a couple in Major League Baseball. The LA Dodgers are a super team.
Yeah.
They're just, if they don't win, they have, I don't know. If they don't win, everybody should be fired.
Yeah, and they learned it from the Lakers, and of course the Lakers did something last night as well too. So it's crazy.
We'll get to all of that after Metallica. It's The Memory Remains. Cotter and Marshall Show. Rock 106.1.
Couple things on the stream here. Charles says I'm tired of my glasses fogging up. So couple suggestions here. Stop being sexy. That's number one. Number two, stop wearing glasses.
I can't do contacts, though.
You can't?
I can't, man. I got an eye thing.
You don't like people touching.
I can't.
You don't even like people touching their own eyes in front of you, right?
No, I'm not a big fan. It's like I can't. I'm not looking right now. I can't. It's like my wife puts in contacts. I can't do it. Theater in the past where you had to do eye makeup. Mm-hmm. It's like it's an ordeal. I can't. I just hate it.
Max says, can I request a hypnotist? Need to stop vaping. I don't know. I'm actually kind of into that. We could do that.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah. We'll find a hypnotist that'll come on the air and do it for free, Mac, and we'll do it on the show. Do you think Mac would get hypnotized? I think she would.
Yeah, I think so. All right, got 3.5 minutes. I'm going to grab my coffee.
Yeah, Charles, Nobody was a great film, man. I really liked, a year of not seeing any films in the movie theater, and I really liked Nobody. Definitely one people should go find and watch, especially this weekend when you're not going to be able to leave your house because the door won't open because it'll be swollen from all the heat. I know that's not how that works, but, whatever. So coming up later in the show today, we have beer for breakfast. We're going to have Josh on from Pretoria Fields Brewing / Collective. They call themselves a collective because not only are they a brewery, they also do like CBD products as well. So we'll have Josh in to talk to us about beers and maybe some CBD stuff as well. And I also think the brewmaster is going to call in for a second. He wasn't able to make the trip into Savannah, but he's over still in the Atlanta area, and I think he's going to call into the show for a hot minute just to talk about the brewery a little bit, and then we'll actually taste test a bunch of beers with Josh. I think he's going to bring like the mother load of beers in.
Nice.
So I think what's going to happen is we'll do, like we did last week, we'll do a stream-only review of at least one beer today on the show.
It's like a flight.
Yeah, we're pretty much doing a flight of beers.
It's a flight for breakfast. All right, got about a minute 45.
Yeah, so with last night, with a bunch of these trade details coming out late, I actually didn't do notes on these 3 stories. I just kind of have them up. I've read each one of them, so we'll see how that goes. Doing the whole, what's his face? I can't think of his name. The F it, we'll do it live guy.
Oh, Bill O'Reilly.
Yeah. I'm going to go straight up Bill O'Reilly on this bitch. We're just going to do it live. Nothing else happened, right? Like the Rizzo,
Not
Westbrook,
that I saw. Yeah.
Scherzer, and then Terry Francona.
I was waiting
down.
for the Chris Bryant shoe to drop, but I didn't see that.
I think it's coming today, man.
I know. Yeah, did you see the report about him lingering in the dugout?
Oh, yeah, I watched all 2 minutes of that video.
Lingering there, just kind of soaking it all in one last time.
Yeah, after the game, yeah, it was sad.
The pictures of the Rizzo family taking photos around Wrigley.
Do you know Rizzo's dog was named Kevin? He has a little wiener dog named Kevin.
No.
Yeah.
That's kind of awesome.
I don't know. So essentially, Rizzo is a rental for the Yankees because he only has to play out the last few months, and then he could sign right back with the Cubs if he wants. And he straight up said, he's like, I love the Cubs. I don't know if the Cubs want him back.
Yeah,
he's 32 years old. He's gonna be 32 in August.
Oh man, I don't know. He just seems like a guy you want there. You know, he just one of those guys you just want on the team. All right, guys, be right back. All right, one more story to go in about last night. Several trades went down yesterday. Of course, today is the Major League Baseball trade deadline. The NBA draft went down last night. So let's start NBA. There's a pretty big trade. Russell Westbrook is now a Los Angeles Laker. LA has agreed to a deal with the Wizards. They acquire Westbrook in exchange for 3 players and the number 22 pick in last night's draft. The Wizards are also sending second-round picks to the Lakers in 2024 and 2028. Westbrook joins LeBron James and Anthony Davis, just stacking or trying to stack the Lakers.
Yeah, I mean, just another super team move after Giannis and the Milwaukee Bucks pulled it off by doing it, I don't know, quote-unquote, the right way, by drafting and signing free agents and doing the right way. The Los Angeles Lakers keep moving towards the super team model. It didn't work for the Nets. It didn't work for the Lakers at least this season. But man, that team, that team, the starting 5 is going to be ridiculous. But I'm telling you, and I'm like, I guess after LeBron James retires here, and let's just say the next 5 years, right?
Yeah,
LeBron James is out. Anthony Davis will probably still be there. Russell Westbrook will probably be somewhere else because he can't get along with anyone.
Right.
The Lakers have traded away every first-round pick for like ever. They are putting everything on the line for like maybe the next 2 seasons to pull off a couple more championships. After that, the Lakers are going to be historically bad for a long time.
Now, Westbrook is a 9-time All-Star point guard. He has averaged a triple-double in a season 4 times in his career, including this past season. LA could benefit from his playmaking skills. They were ranked 18th in points per game created off assists last season, and Russell's led that in the last 3 of the 4 years in the league with assists. So it could benefit, but he doesn't play well with others. LeBron doesn't play well with others.
Yeah.
It sounds like they're throwing money away.
Yeah, how do you get two ball hogs to kind of figure out who's the lesser ball hog? Anyway, let's move on, Cotter, because we are right up against the baseball deadline.
Yeah.
Huge trades are going down. What trade are we starting off with
Well,
first?
let's start with the LA Dodgers becoming a super team. It's all about LA stacking the lineups.
All right, so they traded for Matt Scherzer and Trey Turner, not just the two best players on the Nationals, and they gave away pretty much their two best kids in their two best prospects. Sorry, is the best way to, but they're kids, like 19 years old. They traded their two best youth players away to the Nationals. The Dodgers are going all in this season, and I just don't see how they get stopped, especially now they have Scherzer, they have Kershaw, they have Trevor Bauer, sort of, if he decides to come back from the whole sexual assault thing, but I mean, they have a loaded team.
Yeah, Scherzer, 3-time Cy Young Award winner, 8-4 so far this season, 2.76 ERA. That's doing great. Turner, all-star this season. He's hitting .322, 18 home runs, 49 RBIs. I mean, the Dodgers just trying to stack the deck.
Yeah, the Dodgers definitely stack the deck. I don't see how they get beat. I think they're going to win the World Series this year, but, it's the Dodgers. They love to collapse in the playoffs, but a team that's trying to get to the playoffs, a team that's usually there, but they haven't been in a while, the New York Yankees, they traded for Anthony Rizzo from the Chicago Cubs. We're obviously Cubs fans. This hurts my soul. This hurts my soul a little bit.
This one was hard. I mean, it's like, so both Rizzo and Bryant set out yesterday's game. Mm-hmm. They were expected both to be traded. I mean, Bryant could still happen sometime today. But yeah, I mean, Rizzo, I was just saying, he's just one of those guys you want on your team. Super likable. He just seems so down to earth. He loves being a Chicago Cub.
Yeah, he's a high character guy. I mean, he had cancer, beat cancer, and then actually started donating and doing charity work for cancer patients in the Chicagoland area. I mean, he is a guy, I'm going to consider him a rental. He's going to get loaned out to the Yankees for a couple months, and then we'll bring him back on hopefully a very team-friendly salary, and he can come back and play first base forever. And he can play to his mid-40s if he wants to.
I think so.
I just want Rizzo on my team.
Yeah, there were photos of him and his family around the ivy of Wrigley Field, taking their last photos before he's gone. And then with Bryant, there's this whole story about how after the game, he was just standing in the dugout, soaking it all in because he's expected, he probably played his last game as Chicago Cub.
Yeah, there's lots of rumors that he's going to get traded to the Mets later on today. It's just not official yet, but hopefully, I mean, I want these guys on my team, but I get it. Yeah. Anthony Rizzo is getting a little old, a little long in the tooth. Anthony Bryant, he's just going to be too expensive after this year. So anyway, I hope the Cubs, well, they're going to suck. They're probably just going to suck. I should not hope anymore.
All right, coming up next, we're going to talk about the Horde. If you haven't checked out the stream yet, today's a good day to do it. We'll tell you what goes down next. It's the Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
The hair's uncontrollable today. Jesus Christ.
It is on a pretty nice, I don't know, weird level of mullet. The mullet's really showing. Normally, it doesn't always look very mullety. Today, it looks mullety.
Yeah, I don't know. It's ridiculous. All right, morning, everyone. Thanks for swinging in and hanging with us this morning. Obviously, tons of sports news. There's going to be more today. There'll probably be more coming up over the weekend as well. Because Major League Baseball is weird because they have the trade deadline, and it's here today at probably 3 o'clock Eastern time or whatever. Yeah. But Major League Baseball still has a grace period after the Major League Baseball trade deadline. Or 2 weeks afterwards, there could still be a trade. And it's just paperwork had begun. It wasn't officially I don't know. They could flub their way through it, but there's going to be some trades coming up here over the next probably few days. But yeah, Chris Bryant's definitely probably going to get traded today. There's been long-standing rumors he's getting traded to the New York Mets. At least him and Rizzo will be in the same city.
That's true.
Ish. But yeah, that's the look of it. I just hope the Cubs can, I don't know, take a year or two down years, get all these prospects up into their major league system. I mean, they got a good base, I think. Sign a pitcher or two and get right back into contention. I don't know. The Ricketts family is kind of idiots. The team the people that own own the Cubs, so I don't know. I'm emotionally broken up by the Chicago Cubs. We had the highest of highs in 2016. It's just been kind of weird these last 6 years.
Yeah. You know what? I'm happy I got to experience that in my lifetime. I mean, you're just kind of used to it by now, you know? So it's just like, it sucks. You wish they can get back there, but I got one. I would love to have more. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. What do you got going on this weekend? So you're doing Hella Mega Tour tomorrow.
Yep, Hella Mega Tour tomorrow. Got the remote in Hardyville with our sister station Rewind 107.9. So if you're in the Hardyville area, stop by. It's the brand new recreation center. The grand opening, I believe, is from like 10 to noon. We're going to be there, or 10 to 2. We're going to be there 10 to noon. After that, heading to Jacksonville, hoping to make it down before the show and maybe hit up Ardwolf for a brewery before we head out to the show. Sunday, my wife actually has her open house for her students and parents. So they're not allowing any volunteers in, so I can't go to help. So I'm just going to sit around on Sunday, and I got to mow. I have to mow. Seriously, I got to mow. My backyard is a freaking jungle. It's just every time I tried to mow, it rained. We were gone last weekend. It is long overdue. So hopefully, is it supposed to rain on Sunday? I will sweat my balls off, and I will mow if I have to.
Yeah, I think they're calling for rain starting Sunday. There's like a 40% chance every day.
Because, I mean, I can't tomorrow. God dang it. All right, figure it out.
Sounds like you're doing it today.
Maybe. But, yeah, so that's my weekend. And writing a crap ton of trivia. It was nice. Jake did it last week. So nice not to have to write it. And watch the Olympics. Getting into track and field is right around the corner.
Now, is next week the last week of the Olympics? I think it is, right?
It wraps up like the 8th or something. What is it? The 8th or 9th or something of 6th, because that'd be the Friday. So to wrap up the 6th of August. So we got about a week left.
But is that when the games are actually done? Because I've always heard, like, technically the Olympics, although they have an opening ceremony, because some sports take a lot longer, like softball and basketball, they actually go... they start before the opening ceremony, and I think some sports end after the closing ceremony, right?
It could. Yeah, I know definitely some sports start before. I'm not sure about the after thing, but yeah, it's a definite possibility. But it's been fun, man. A lot of, I don't know, just like watching it. I was watching it last night. It was good.
Yeah, we actually had a Liberty County boy go in the NBA draft last night. I think it was pick number 11. Dave says right here it was Devon Mitchell, I think is. Yeah, so the thing that sucks about that, and I'm sure he's a great kid, he got drafted to a terrible team. Guess what team he got drafted to? All-time bad NBA team.
Sacramento Kings, according to Dave.
Yes, absolutely. The Sacramento Kings are so bad. They are so horrifically bad, and they've been bad year after year. So I do feel bad that he got drafted. I mean, the one team you don't want to be drafted to, I honestly forgot they were an NBA team for a while, is the Sacramento Kings.
Are they the guys that lose to the Globetrotters all the time? Oh, no. Never mind.
They're the guys that lose to, like,
everybody.
High school teams. Well, hopefully he could do some good stuff up there and, you know, finish up his rookie contract and go play somewhere else. Crossing my fingers for him. But pretty cool. Local guy got drafted.
All right. One more commercial to go. Got brand new Foo Fighters coming up. Making a Fire. After that, I'm going to let everybody on the air, or at least listening on the air, know about the Horde. And then we'll get into our call, comment, and text. When did an unwelcome animal make its way into your house?
So I've got the 2 stories from Instagram. If you want to grab Wanda's from Facebook.
Yeah, I got Wanda's. I grabbed the Instagram stories if needed, so I got those.
I've got a story that I could do for that as well. And then hopefully we'll get some.
I recently told mine both with the bat and the cat. I mean, the cat one's not as good. I could retell the bat story. I mean, it was a couple weeks ago, maybe.
Well, if everyone hanging out on the stream, if you don't mind sharing your stories, if you haven't already, when did an unwelcome animal make its way into your house? Tell us that story of how it got in there, maybe how you got it out. But go ahead and share those stories in the chat this morning. It'd be much appreciated, and then we'll go over that at the top of the 7 o'clock hour here in about 20 minutes or so. Got our next few weeks of beer for breakfast guests lined up. So next week, we are going to have the guys in from Coastal Empire Brewing Company, Jay and someone else. I forget who he said. It's going to be coming in on August 6th. The 13th, we won't be in studio that day. We'll be out of studio. On the 20th, we're going to have Nick from Brewdog.
Oh, nice.
He's coming in from Atlanta. He's coming in to come hang with us. And then on the 27th, we're going to have Roy from United Distributing. He's going to be swinging in, showcasing a couple different beers for us to try on a beautiful Friday. And then the week after that, we have a fellow Connect Savannah award winner, Travis from the Hot Grits podcast. Is the best podcast in Savannah. He's a big-time sports guy. He's coming in to come hang with us, and we'll do some beers with him. So got the next few weeks lined up for beer for breakfast. Ahead of the game, finally.
Now, speaking of Coastal Empire, they're getting ready to celebrate their 10th anniversary. So we'll be talking about that. That's coming up right around the corner. So it's like they haven't had a brewery in town for 10 years. Technically, Southbound, not counting Moon River, who's been here for 2 decades. Southbound is, out of all the breweries currently going, have been brewing in Savannah the longest. But Coastal Empire actually started first. They did contract brewing in different locations. And I actually met the guys at the Craft Beer Fest, like my second year here. I volunteered at the Craft Beer Fest, and I got a volunteer in their tent. And they just had the 2 beers, Savannah Brown Ale, Tybee Island Blonde. It was the only 2 they had, but super cool. They had just started at that time. Yeah, super cool guys. So 10 years. That's awesome.
Yeah, so their big 10-year anniversary at their facility is going to be happening on Saturday, August 21st. But we're going to get the guys in early in August, next Friday, which will be the 6th, and we're going to get to talking with what kind of plans they have coming up for their big anniversary party.
All right, got about 1 minute to go.
That's perfect.
Morning, Jeremy.
Jeremy, where you been all week, man? Haven't heard from Jeremy all week. Give you like that story, man. I'll actually throw it right here.
All right, got about 20 seconds. We'll be right back. Good morning. Thank you for hanging out on air and on the stream. Of course, we invite everybody to check out the stream and join the horde. All kinds of people hanging out right now. We got Wanda, Big Bald and Sexy is there. Gibby is there. Jeremy is there. It's a great group of people hanging out every morning. During songs, during commercials, we're just chatting back and forth. It's just a lot of fun, and it's another way to just hang out and consume the show.
Yeah, it's a great way to kind of pass the time as well, especially if you're out working out. We have a large amount of people who like to work out to us.
That's true.
Which, they like the sweat, they like to glisten while looking at our very fat, beer-filled mouths and faces.
Well, they look at us and go, I don't want to look like that.
Yeah.
So I'm now motivated to not.
Yeah.
I'm going to work out.
We could be your morning inspiration in more ways than one. And then every once in a while, we'll make you laugh. So it's always a good time to hang with us here on the live stream. And keep in mind, we're on multiple platforms, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. You can find us on any of those. Make sure if you do find us, search the Cotter and Marshall Show that you like, subscribe, turn your notifications on. We'd appreciate that immensely.
All right, coming up after 7 o'clock, we're going to take your calls, comments, and texts. The number, 800-394-1061. We want your stories. When did an unwelcome animal make its way into your house? We got a story about somebody, I believe, killing an animal.
Okay.
Just to get it out of its house.
Sort of. I don't know if we could bring that up.
It was in his house. What are you going to do? It was drinking his Mountain Dew. You got no other other options.
Okay. All right.
We got that story and hopefully yours coming up next. Cotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1.
I wasn't going to bring up the fact that he murdered it, Cotter. Jesus Christ, man.
Part of the story. Go all in.
All right, I'll be right back.
Cool. All right, yeah, taking your stories as well. Got anything? Hit us up. Yeah, I'm sorry. This story the guy hit us up on Instagram with is pretty crazy. All about a possum. Don't drink another man's Mountain Dew. All right, still to come on the show today. A couple stories about or coming out of Marvel. We got a release date for the Hawkeye TV series. And then the story came out that Scarlett Johansson, actress who plays Black Widow, is suing Marvel/Disney because she didn't get all her money. And then I think Disney released a very ballsy statement about this whole thing. I mean, they're a company that it kind of has proven they'll do anything for money, and they really try to take the high road. I don't think it works. So we'll get to that bottom of the 8 o'clock or bottom of the 7 o'clock hour. Top of the 8 o'clock hour, Wheel of Florida. We're going to talk Cole Beasley and his rap song. We got Fire Away Friday, songs from 2016. You can vote for Metallica, Hardwired, Ghost, Square Hammer, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Dark Necessities. Are you smarter than a community college dropout? Like Marshall was saying, Josh Messer from Pretoria Fields going to be in for Beer for Breakfast. That brought to you by Coach's Corner in Thunderbolt. So all kinds of stuff to get to on a Friday. And then, yes, after yesterday, it is now officially official. Cake Day is happening. Marshall and I are having a show meeting today. We'll go over some details and try to figure out when and how Cake Day is going to work. But it's a thing.
So I came into the studio today and I thought Hefe was dead. He was just laying on top. We have like this tiki guy on the right-hand side of the tank, and he was literally laying on top of it, like on his side. I'm like, oh, this fish is dead. How? How did this happen?
Now, he did that to me.
He's just sleeping. He's just sleeping.
He did that to me. About gave me a heart attack. He, the week you went on vacation, I came in like the Saturday or whatever to the station, went over to feed Hefe, and he's like, looked like he was floating at the top of the tank. I'm like, It's day one. What happened? And he started swimming around. I was like, Jesus Christ, man, don't do that to me. Hefe's prankster.
He's something, man. Mostly a fish.
I'll buy myself a cupcake for whatever day we decide to do Cake Day. Good idea, Sean. Sean, speaking of, so I got into work this morning. I only had one more cup, K-cup of my coffee, which I had here during the show. So I'm like, I need some coffee to get me going. Finally opened up the bag you sent. That was delicious. It was really good coffee. So thank you. Jeremy, man, I got sick for a few days. Was just in that mood, not feeling like doing anything. I get it, man. Glad you're feeling better. Yeah, we were just out, or I was out Monday, Tuesday. So. Get him some suction cup leaf hammocks. Our beta fish loves them.
Shoot us a link, Sean.
Interesting. All right.
We put one on the backside of the tank.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, I got some commercials still. Going to get into Alice in Chains Rooster. Then we'll get in the top of the hour some, what do we got? Oh, no, that's right. More Human Than Human after that. And then we'll get into our call, comment, and text. Tell us the time an unwelcome animal made its way into your house. Yeah, that was really good. I was pleasantly surprised with how good it was.
What was?
The coffee, the Sean song. Because usually it's like, you get coffee and it's like, all right, it'll taste like coffee. And then every now and then you're like, oh, that's good. That was one of those moments. It was good.
Wanda, glad to hear that you're getting a little break from going home. There we go. A little break from the hospital so you can go home and, treat yourself.
If you guys like the local bands that open up for our 20th anniversary show, Whaleboat and Lilac, actually playing together again Thursday, August 12th at the Rail Pub. No cover, 21 plus.
Nice. So I've been watching some stuff on Netflix this week, and I wanted to share some good stuff to watch on Netflix. So if you guys are looking for something new to watch, maybe you haven't seen anything from this quite yet. This actually just came out, I think, in the past week. So Kevin Smith of Clerks fame, Mallrats fame, he actually is the showrunner for a new animated He-Man series called Masters of the Universe Revelation. And my wife and I actually watched the first 2 episodes of it last night. It's really good.
Yeah.
Mark Hamill voices Skeletor. I was like, man, that voice sounds really, really familiar. Lena Headey, who actually plays Cersei from Game of Thrones, she voices Evil Lynn.
Okay.
It is very, very cool. It's very cool. So it's something to check out for sure. The first 5 episodes of season 1 are out. I guess there's another 5 episodes coming out later this year to kind of wrap up season 1. But I watched the first 2 episodes. Well worth your time. Super fun. I watched He-Man like this much growing up. It kind of like...
You were too young?
I was too young. Yeah. I think it probably hit in between like 85 and 89. Yeah, and I was like 8 max. So, I mean, I knew a little bit of it, but I just didn't know enough. And my wife, like age-wise, my wife's a little bit younger than me. She loved it growing up. So it is really, really fun. So there's 5 episodes that you guys can watch of Masters of the Universe Revelation that are currently out on Netflix. That's definitely something people should watch this weekend on Netflix.
Yeah, no, I was all about He-Man as a kid growing up because it's like, first there was G.I. Joe and you had like the little G.I. Joe guys, and then He-Man, and he comes out and it's like this big monster of a guy toy. And you're like, oh, this is so much better. And then the show was great. So the show growing up, though, had this kind of cheesiness, kind of, quirkiness to it. Is this, I don't want to say serious, but I mean, is there still some of like a little bit of levity to it?
It's a bit cheesy.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
that's fine.
I wouldn't say it's probably not all the way 80s cheesy.
Sure.
In that sense, but yeah, I mean, it's got some cheesiness to it, but man, it looks, if you guys watched Castlevania, which is an animated series, on Netflix as well, it's got like the look of Castlevania, like it's done by the same animators, and it looks really great. So well worth your time.
Damn autocorrect, Wanda.
Riccardi's last night was so busy they ran out of pizza. They've been known to do that, which is kind of crazy.
That is the place in Richmond Hill?
Yeah, that's the Chicago-style pizza joint.
I still got to go there.
Riccardi's?
Maybe tonight.
There you go. It's a cool spot. It really is. But sometimes you have to like, they did it at the very beginning. I don't know if you have to do it now, but like sometimes they were like, hey, we made like 40 doughs for Friday. You have to like request one. Like,
oh, damn.
To, like put a deposit. You don't have to put a deposit, but you have to like put your name on it. But sometimes you would have to do that.
I'm going to go there now and check it out.
Yeah, I don't know if you do that still, but when they first opened, it was like that. So
open for 11, closed Monday. Menu.
It's a cool place, man. I like it.
Yeah, I may have to check it out. All right, so we've got about 7 minutes left. So if you have a story about an unwanted animal making its way into your house, hit us up. Still got time.
Yeah, I'm very disappointed in all of you. Gibby's the only one who's shared a story, so I need one of you to step up.
Wanda hit us up on Facebook, and she even said if you need more, she's got more.
But yeah, once again, our call in today, like Cotter was saying, unwelcome animal making their way into your house. Let us know your stories. We got some good ones from Instagram last night. I got one. Wanda, thank you for dropping yours. Gibby had a quick one, which is kind of funny. But yeah, if you guys have some more, please share them with us here, and we'll share your stories coming up here in just a little bit, talk about them.
Yeah, David, no, I haven't been. But no, I'll see if I'll talk to the wife and see if we can do that for dinner tonight. Because I've got one more bottle of Mexican cake. I think I'm going to drink that this evening. So, Kelly, all animals are welcome in my house. Yeah, I said that. Now I regret it. No,
Weirdo.
we currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 animals. So it's not the high. We've had more. Currently 8 animals in the house. 4 of them are fosters. Sean, my wife got a cat that I didn't want, so he's unwelcome AF.
So a couple more things to check out this weekend if you are just hanging out in the house, which I can imagine a lot of people are because it's going to be so unbearably godly hot here in the Savannah Hilton Head area. Love is Blind, which is that stupid reality show that got very popular over the pandemic. They actually just released 3 new episodes. It was all follow-up episodes from the original season. So,
okay.
Yeah, so it's actually kind of just like a follow-up. It's Love is Blind 2. It's just follow-up episodes of the couples who stayed together or maybe not stayed together.
Right. Okay. Tomorrow, by the way, is the wife and I's 22nd anniversary.
When is?
Tomorrow.
Nice.
So as our anniversary treat to each other, go in Hell Mega Tour. So 22 years. I'm old.
Kelly, thank you for that story. Yeah, Gibby, the weather is going to be ridiculous. The next 2 days, it's just really great days to stay inside and hide from the universe.
Yeah. Or just go out in it all day. I mean, that's also a plan.
Yeah, that's also a plan that one person could choose to do.
Look, Jeremy dropped a book.
Jeremy, I love it. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you, man.
I've got more when it comes to stuff to watch on Netflix because I've been watching a lot of Netflix, it seems like, the past 2 weeks or so. Sexy Beasts. Once again, this is like a show for the wife. So Sexy Beasts is a dating show. There's 6 episodes. They're about 22 minutes long, so it's nice and quick. It's a show where a sexy single will get dressed up, and they are like in full prosthetic, like Hollywood-styled makeup where they look like a different animal, a panda, a dolphin, an owl, whatever. And then they have 3 single people who actually try to vie for their attention, but they're also dressed up as a sexy beast, like a different sort of animal. The show is so stupid, but it's so cheesy and kind of funny because of this whole gimmick that it's kind of worth watching. So if your wife loves watching reality television shows, you should recommend this because I've seen every episode now, and it's not the worst.
So how does the reveal process go, or is there a reveal process?
There is a reveal process. So what happens is one sexy single and 3 people trying to vie for their attention, right. And then they pick them off. And as soon as they pick them off, they reveal themselves. So they have to knock out one immediately, and that person comes in and shows what they really look like in front of everyone.
Right.
And then it comes down to the sexy single person and then the 2 people who are trying to get with them. And then once the sexy, I don't know, people
right
have been chosen, they kind of all reveal themselves to each other. And sometimes it's like you could tell they regret their choice.
Yeah.
But other times, a lot of the word cute is used a lot. And you're like, ooh. When someone calls you cute, it's not a great thing, it seems like, in this show. And someone got straight up denied. So after they decided to love each other because they love their personalities.
Right.
They took off the mask and looked at each other, and the girl was like, yeah, I'm getting a whole lot of friend vibes from you.
Whoa.
She got friend zoned, or she friend zoned this dude immediately. It was pretty funny.
So are they all like sexy made for TV people, or are they like
they're
like normal
all
people too?
They're all good looking, like 21 to 27-year-olds.
Okay.
I mean, they're good looking people. They're not going to put fatty old people like us on there.
Terabyte's got a good story. Yeah, Raven Dantas agreed. Hearing cute is like, bless your heart.
Yeah.
All right, got about a minute?
Yeah, people love to scream cute on that show. I'm like, ugh. Even my wife pointed out, she's like, they're saying cute way too much. These people do not like each other. Okay, how do you want to work this first break?
I can retell the bat story real quick if we want to kick it off with that. We got plenty now off the stream, right?
I've got some.
Okay, because I can use the 2 Instagram and the Facebook one that gives me 3. I can retell the bat story real quick. After that, you want to read a couple, and then I can pick one off of here? Do we have enough for that?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we'll wrap up that and see if we get some calls. All right, guys, be right back. Good morning. Thank you for hanging out on air and on that stream. It is the Cotter and Marshall Show. This morning, we are taking your calls, your comments, your text, 800-394-1061. When did an unwelcome animal make its way into your house? Years ago, for whatever reason, bats. Bats just came into my parents' house.
Mm-hmm.
Happen all the time. So one time, we started hearing the noise. It come in like through the chimney. And there were some vents in the chimney, and they like eke out of these vents. And we had nutcrackers up on the mantle, and we saw wings like come around this nutcracker. And then we see the bat. My dad is like, "All right, time to hunt the bats." So we grabbed tennis rackets. We grabbed like towels, because you throw the towel over the
Right.
bat and try to beat it with the
And
tennis racket.
they're just tiny little bats, right?
Tiny little things, but man, are they scary, because they're so quick, They're flying around everywhere. So we're chasing this thing, and it eventually goes upstairs. It goes under my bed. That's when my dad discovered my stack of Playboys, because they were hidden under my bed.
Right.
So those were found. And then finally we chased the thing downstairs, and we had this like extra living room type thing. And we had a sliding glass door out the back. So we were trying to get it out the back of that sliding glass door. Well, we're chasing it down there, and the thing eventually bites my dad. So he gets bit by a bat as we're trying to chase this thing out of the house. So we ended up swatting it and killing the bat. Thankfully, because he had to go in and get it tested for rabies. So he had to start the rabies shot process until we could find out that, thankfully, the bat did not have rabies.
Right.
So he didn't have to go through the whole thing. But, yeah, we're just running around like idiots. And these tennis rackets are, like, from the 70s. They're wood. The string. I mean, it's just corny as hell.
Did your dad, after getting bit, have any sensitivity to lights, or did he suddenly become like sullen, pale white, wanted to stay in during the day, anything like that?
And that's just normal.
Okay.
So you can blame the bat, sure,
Right.
but that just sounds like my dad in general.
Oh, okay. Like loved grapefruit juice or red styled liquids.
No, I think
okay.
Not Dracula.
Well, that would have been a treat. Well, we've gotten some stories here from the stream today. Once again, our question for you guys: when did an unwelcome animal make its way into your homes? I've never actually heard someone sigh or be this disappointed in a comment on the stream, but I think once I read it, you'll understand it.
Okay.
Connor.
Okay.
Dave says, about 4 years ago, my daughter calls me screaming that a 4-foot black snake was in her kitchen. Now, I told my son-in-law to shoot it, but he removed it with a rake. And as soon as he removed it with a rake, I just felt, oh, that was a complete disappointment styled comment there. But also, I understand why the son-in-law probably didn't open fire on a snake inside of his own house, inside of his own kitchen. Like, Dave, I get that. But removing it with a rake, I just heard the disappointment in his voice.
Yeah.
Did you get that too?
I get it. Totally. Yeah, I totally get that.
I can really understand how Gibby's coming across here with this comment. So we got another stream comment in regards to unwelcome animals inside someone's house. Gibby says, my wife said she wanted cats. I didn't want cats. We got cats. So I completely get that one, Gibby. I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that as well.
Oh, raise my hand. I have currently have 7 cats in my house.
So many cats.
4 of them are Fosters. 3 of them are ours.
Mm-hmm.
And I really thought once the youngest moved out for college, which happens in 2 weeks, we didn't have to have the Fosters anymore. But now my wife has become attached to them. So we're keeping those Fosters until they get adopted. 2 of those cats are never getting adopted.
Oh, are they weird?
They're just very shy and timid. And when somebody wants a cat, they want a cat that you can pet, love, and play with.
Right.
2 of those cats are not those cats. They will be with me forever.
What if you just left the door open?
No, that's not going to do that.
But what if the door was open?
Oh, no,
Got her. But what if the window was left open?
Okay, the window. There you go.
Right.
Because I don't want the dog to get out. I love the dog.
Yeah, and then you just built like a slide for the cats to go down, but not up back into your house. I'm just saying, I'm giving you options.
All right, fair enough. You can call, comment, and text 800-394-1061. When did an unwelcome animal make its way into your house? Chef Sayers hit us up on Instagram. He's like, please let me present with this. I am an animal lover. I was the executive chef at a very popular destination restaurant. It was a very old historical building. I was alone in the kitchen, prepping for service. Suddenly, a family of raccoons fell through the upstairs cubbyhole. Scared the hell out of me. Had to stop everything I was doing, catch the pack, put them outside, and then resume service.
Good Lord.
I mean, dropping into a restaurant, a bunch of raccoons, they're just going to try to eat everything. That'd have been a pain in the ass. All right, we want more. We want more of your stories. Hit us up now. Call, comment, and text 800-394-1061. When did an unwelcome animal make its way into your house? And yes, we got the story about the possum. Broke into somebody's house. Tried to drink a man's Mountain Dew. What do? Pool stick and a butcher knife. That's all I'm going to say. Stories coming up in a bit. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 1061.
Sorry, guys, just going through some of your stories, so we're set here. Thank you for everyone sharing. Elaine, thank you for sharing your story.
Oh, Salsa Mark hasn't hit us up in a while. Got one from Salsa Mark.
So Salsa Mark gave me a jar of salsa, and I got a chance to try some of it. It was quite delicious.
Yeah, no, he does make really good. It's an interesting salsa because it's super sweet, but the stuff I got super hot. So it was fun. I still got. He dropped off some peppers. I'm just gonna look up some easy or try to make an easy hot sauce recipe with. I mean, he dropped off Thai chilies. It was habaneros, ghost peppers. I mean, it's just stupid stuff. All right, we got about 2.5 minutes. Do you have a story personally? All right. I've got 3 more here, including Salsa Marks and Wanda's. Just the 2 breaks in this, you think?
Yeah, sorry, I'm reading this.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Yeah, I'll start. Most recently, I have a story that I can share. Something that happened to me recently.
Okay.
After that, jump into. You could jump into both those stories. Yeah, go ahead. Just do both those stories. Let's just do 2.
Okay.
Do the instant, and you could do Wanda's if you want.
Yeah, I'll do it with Salsa Marks. Is just okay.
Let's try to squeeze this call in.
If we can do it real quick. Rock 1061, who's this?
Big morning, Bald and Sexy. How are y'all?
Good, man. We've got about 45 seconds. We'll have to make this one quick.
I got a quick call about an animal in the house. When we were in Charleston, we got house finches living in the garage.
Right.
And I was at work one day, and Ashley was trying to bring the groceries in while I was at work, and the house finches were chasing her. Every time she walked through the garage, they were like dive bombing her, right?
Yeah.
And so she called me. She's all in a panic. I'm like, well, baby, just go out there and close run them out, close the garage door, whatever. So she went back out there, and they started chasing her again. And she ran in the house and slammed the door behind her that goes from the house into the garage.
Yeah.
And she closed the bird in the door.
Oh!
So the bird's head was on the inside of the door, and the body was on the outside of the door. And it was just sitting there staring at her.
All right, Charles, we literally have to run. That is a great story. Thank you, man.
Goodbye.
All right, here we go. All right, thank you for hanging out. Call, comment, and text this morning, 800-394-1061. When did an unwelcome animal make its way into the house? Big thanks to Wanda for hitting us up. Snakes like to come in our house over the years. I almost stepped on one that was coiled up at the back door. I just happened to look down, and my foot was inches away from it. My brother and his friend killed it. A few months before Mama passed away, she was using the bathroom. She caught something out of the corner of her eye. Sure enough, another snake. She said she never moved so fast with her drawers down around her ankles. She actually called the police to come get it.
What?
I know, right?
You could do that?
Called my brother screaming to come home from work. Damn, I miss that woman. It's a great story. Now, Brian hit us up on Instagram. I'm sorry. This one just made me laugh. A possum snuck in behind his dryer, was on his nightstand drinking this man's Mountain Dew.
Yeah, I didn't know possums did the do, man.
So it woke him up, woke the wife up. She thought it was just a big-ass rat. Looked at it, started screaming, ran out of the room to go grab a knife. He grabbed a pool stick, pool cue,
Right.
beat it with a pool cue, killed it with a butcher knife.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I would do any murdering in my bedroom, even if a possum got in there. Try to trap it first.
It didn't say what room the murder took place in.
My guess is the bedroom. That's where the possum was last located in the story, Cotter.
Oh, he may have chased it out. I don't know.
Well, maybe. But, I mean, it was definitely, I don't want to, throw possum blood all over my bedroom walls. We got a great story from Terabyte here on the stream, Cotter. So he said, every time a bug comes in from outside, my wife freaks out, but then gets really mad when I try to kill it. And also gets mad when I get the bug out of the house. So she gets mad that I didn't kill it. I go through the same situation. My wife is an animal lover, and unless it's like a fly or mosquito, she gets. Even a fly, I think she gets mad at me. Like mosquitoes, they're bound for death. Like she's okay if I kill that, but if I kill spiders or any sort of bug that gets in my house, she's like, "Do you have to?" I'm like, "Yes." I go, "Here's the thing: there are billions of this insect on the planet Earth. I'm just killing one. There'll be more. Trust me. We'll be fine. It doesn't personally have feelings. I know it didn't do anything really bad, but I'm going to murder this out of principle because I'm going to take its insect body and throw it right outside my front door just so the other insects happen to fly by and see it. They know their fate." And I go, that's the reason why I do this.
My youngest daughter is the same way. She is just a lover of all living things, and if I threaten to kill any sort of bug, insect, fly, whatever, she gets all weirded out and freaked out about it. So in 2 weeks, she's gone. I'm killing every bug that comes into the damn house.
So, Cotter, just a few weeks ago, I was on, I have a screened-in patio on the backside of my house, and I let my dogs out, and it was probably in the middle of the day, 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon on a Sunday, and usually my dogs, after a few minutes, will run right back in, but they kind of stopped on the screened-in porch, and they were barking, at the couch. I have this little tiny couch, and I'm like, what is going on? So I lean down, I see a gardener snake. Kind of just sitting under there, and he I didn't know really that garden snakes when they're intimidated or whatever, or they're mad or whatever, they kind of do a little bit of a rattle, a weird rattle thing. Okay. So I actually had to take a rake and get this snake off my property. But the one thing I sort of feel bad for was I made this snake probably for the first time in its life fly. So I kind of wrapped it around this rake, and as soon as I got it, I grabbed it, and then I whipped it into my neighbor's yard. Sorry, neighbor. But I mean, I'm talking this snake flew 30 feet, and it just, sort of like an R. Kelly song, although he's canceled. I Believe I Can Fly. I think that snake was probably singing to itself because that's exactly what it did at that moment.
That's awesome. All right, hit us up with your stories, 800-394-1061. When did an unwelcome animal make its way into your house? Let's talk some concerts. All kinds of them come to the area. We'll do that next. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 1061.
Thank you guys for those stories. Sorry we weren't able to get to a couple of them there. But Jeremy, Kelly, Elaine, thank you for them. Yeah, I didn't know you could call the police to get a snake out of your house.
Yeah, I didn't.
Is that a
either.
small town? Wanda goes, the small town police will come out.
Yeah.
She goes, lost count of how many times Mama called them when her health started failing. She tangled with moccasins a lot of times because of the swamp behind the house. Good Lord.
Yeah, no thank you.
She showed no fear and killed them with a shovel. She should have laid out their carcasses along the swamp line so they knew not to pass it. I don't think animals honestly believe that, but I don't think animals believe in anything, mostly. All right, up next, we'll talk about concerts, and then we'll talk some Marvel stuff, some animosity between Scarlett Johansson and Disney. Also got some news about Hawkeye.
Yeah, Disney's stance or their statement that they've released, I think is a incredibly ballsy statement by Disney. This is a corporation that has kind of proved, F anybody, we're here to make money, and they attempt to take the high road in this statement, and I don't think it works.
No one believes it.
No, I don't. They really tried to throw Scarlett Johansson under the bus here, and I just guys, not a good look.
Yeah, I guess, they're definitely done, obviously, working together. That's probably the only time the Black Widow will show up that last movie because she's dead. Spoiler alert.
All right. Commercials, getting to some 7 Mary 3 cumbersome. Talk concerts, go from there.
There is UFC tomorrow. If you're into watching some UFC Fight Night is tomorrow, starting at 9 p.m. They're going to be fighting on ESPN out of the UFC Apex, which is there in Las Vegas. So once again, if you're looking for more stuff to kind of go watch this weekend, definitely a good weekend to stay inside just because of all the heat. Tons of stuff to watch on Netflix. The UFC fights are obviously Saturday night. It sounds like you can watch them straight up on ESPN.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I think they run the UFC Fight Nights for free on ESPN. But if you have their other fights, their main ones, you got to buy them via pay-per-view via the ESPN Plus app, which is garbage.
Oh, really?
Pure garbage. Yeah, it sucks.
That's too bad.
What movie did Black Widow die in? She died in...
This is the last one, right?
Did she die in Endgame? Or did she die in the one before that?
I don't know now.
She died in one of the last Avengers films. I think it was Endgame.
Yeah, because it was when they were time traveling, right?
Right, yeah. Yeah, because Gamora died technically in the first film or whatever. I don't know how that stuff works.
I question if they do, too.
Another movie I'm going to watch this weekend, speaking of Lena Headey, who is from Game of Thrones. She's voicing Evil Lynn in the new Masters of the Universe animated show. She's actually in the new film Gunpowder Milkshake with Karen Gillan, who's actually in Guardians of the Galaxy from Marvel. So that's going to be that's a film that came out, I think, last week. It's on the top of Netflix. You'll see it, but it's called Gunpowder Milkshake, and it looks really good. It's got great reviews.
Cool.
So I think I'm going to check that out this weekend as well. And then the two big movies coming out this weekend is Jungle Cruise and then The Green Knight. Last week, Old came out, which is that M. Night Shyamalan movie. And outside of apparently some bad dialogue, the film is actually kind of fun, I've heard. So
okay.
The new Snake Eyes G.I. Joe movie was apparently terrible.
Really? Because I thought there was early reviews saying it was okay or looked good. I don't remember.
No, I think let's see. So Snake Eyes currently on Rotten Tomatoes is at a 39% from the critics. Audiences are giving it a 74%, but that's only off 500 ratings. If you probably have a small kid who likes G.I. Joe, probably going to like that film. But it does, to me, look sort of terrible.
Yeah.
Jeremy says, have you seen the trailer about the cartoon cracking on the royal family? I have not seen that. Charles says, started watching Gunpowder Milkshake, but stopped to watch on TV. Watching phone in truck wasn't giving it justice. Yeah. Yeah, definitely something that you probably want to watch on a bigger screen than just your phone. A fun comedy special that I watched as well. That is well worth your time. It's been out for a while. Is Bo Burnham's latest comedy special? I think it's called Alone or something, or it's called Inside.
I don't think I've heard of him.
Bo Burnham, he's put out, and this is 4th or 5th Netflix special, but it is incredible. So he actually filmed a musical comedy set inside of his apartment during the pandemic last year.
Nice.
By himself. Edited it, all the music. It's fantastic. It's about an hour, a little over an hour long, and it's very, very good. So if you're looking for like a comedy to watch, it's not like your traditional stand-up comedy in front of a very large audience. It's obviously just him in a room, and it's like mostly songs.
Okay.
But they're very funny and they're very relevant to obviously what was happening to him and what was happening to everyone during the pandemic. So that is definitely something you guys can catch up on as well. We got a text on the text line in regards to another animal story here. Someone said, once a copperhead snake was on our front porch. I tried to hit it with a stick, but it got into our shrubs. I got a garden rake and pulled it out. My son shot it and killed it. My wife was standing behind us about 30 feet, and I just threw it over my shoulder, and it landed on her foot and wrapped around her leg. She screamed so loud but could not move. She did kick it off her leg and ran back in the house. It took a couple of days for her to quit hating me.
That's awesome. I mean, I feel bad for your wife. That's awesome.
They even used the snake emoji.
All right, got under a minute. Talk some of the shows coming to the area.
Raven Dantes, yeah, I guess when it comes to movies, sometimes it's better to listen to the crowd. In other situations, not so much. January 6th.
All right, guys, be right back. All kinds of great shows coming to the Low Country and Coastal Empire over the next few months. Victory North just keeps throwing new shows at us. We're like, yes, please, keep them coming. Pop Evil, they're going to be in town along with 936 and Broken Love. That show goes down August 23rd. Mm-hmm. And then September, the floodgates open up at Victory North Savannah.
Yeah, we got 3 great shows that are going to be there. Tommy Vext, formerly of Bad Wolves, is going to be playing on September 9th at Victory North. Tickets are on sale for all these shows as well. Then P.O.D. is coming into town with From Ashes to New, All Good Things, and Sleep Signals. So many sleep bands. I always get them mixed up. So P.O.D. will be in on September 22nd. And just a few days later, Candlebox is doing a show on September 28th. So 3 great shows at Victory North to check out there.
And then you've got the new venue downtown with District Live, and just announced, it's on their website, Dirty Honey, a new band, play here at Rock 106.1. They're going to be there September 30th. You got White Reaper in October, and speaking of October, the band that I've been trying to see for 5+ years and have had the worst luck, Chris Jericho and Fozzy, Le Champion, who had a insane match this past Wednesday on AEW Dynamite. Pizza cutters and light tubes were involved. Chris Jericho going to be in town. That show's going to be so much fun. Really trying hard to get him in for Beer for Breakfast because that show is on a Friday.
Yeah, we'd love to sit down with Chris Jericho and have that conversation. We'd take the whole hour. As long as he would give us, we would take, definitely. That man's done so many crazy, insane things, especially as of late. I would love to sit down and talk to him. Lots of great shows coming to the area. And the biggest thing is we have to support these shows. Now, it's cool to always win radio station tickets, obviously. And, of course, we love radio station tickets because we work at one. But it's very important that we support these shows on a financial level as well. And all of them are super affordable. They're right around $20 a ticket. So it is well worth your time. Go buy tickets. Support these local shows so these promoters and these venues keep bringing them in.
All right, so you can get all the details about all those shows on the website, rock1061.com. Coming up next, a couple stories to cover about Marvel. First, we've got a release date for the Hawkeye TV series. We'll get to that after Godsmack. Here's Bulletproof, Rock 106.1.
Morning, Greg. How are you? Thanks for joining the live stream this morning. I'm going to be right back.
Sure. So, 2 stories about Marvel. One of them about the Hawkeye TV series. We got a release date, some information about it. And then the second one, not a good story. Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow, actually suing Disney. She is unhappy that they actually released Black Widow in theaters and on Disney Plus, said it violated her deal, cost her money. We'll talk about that coming up here in a bit. So we'll get to both of those stories. Top of the 8 o'clock hour, going to play Wheel of Florida. Going to talk Cole Beasley and his rap song, Fire Away Friday. You can vote now. 3 songs from 2016, Metallica Hardwired, Ghost Square Hammer, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Dark Necessities. So all kinds of stuff still to get to. And then Beer for Breakfast. Josh Messer, Pretoria Fields coming in. All kinds of beers. We're actually going to talk to the head brewer as well. I believe he's going to call in for the first break before we dive in and start drinking. So all kinds of stuff still to get to. Lots of show left. Morning, Tony. Morning, Greg. All right, just over a minute. Then we're right back at it. Hella Mega Tour tomorrow in Jacksonville. Going to head down for that. Hit up Ardwolf for one of the local breweries ahead of time. I'll get some pictures or stuff posted, either Facebook or Instagram from the show. I'm not sure how photo friendly my seats will be, but try to do something. All right, got about 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Talking Hawkeye. All right, guys, be right back. Good morning. It is the Cotter and Marshall Show. Thank you for hanging out on air and on the stream. We got a couple Marvel-related stories. Let's start with the good news, and then we'll go downhill from there. Disney has finally announced the premiere date for the upcoming MCU series Hawkeye. It is set to debut Wednesday, November 24th. Of course, the series will see Jeremy Renner return to the Clint Barton character. We'll also introduce a new hero to the MCU, fan favorite Kate Bishop.
Yeah, so that's his daughter.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm unfamiliar with that character.
Yep, I know at the moment you said it. So yeah, she plays, Haley Steinfeld plays Jeremy Renner's daughter, Hawkeye's daughter, in this new series. So it's going to come out that Wednesday just before Thanksgiving.
Yep.
And I'm guessing it's another one of those Disney Plus weekly series. I hope they release maybe a couple episodes, at least at first, maybe first 2 or 3. That'd be nice for people to digest over a very long holiday weekend.
Now, in a recent interview, Renner said or shared some of the details about the new hero, basically saying that Bishop's arrival will bring a whole new set of problems to his character. She's like a wonderfully annoying and equally charming manner about her, and she's such a fangirl of Hawkeye.
Well, yeah, man, chicks, dude. Yeah, they don't bring us much joy, do they? No, this is a very cool series, and they're going to be bringing in a new set of Avengers. I mean, eventually, because some died. Spoiler alert. From the last time we had an Avengers film, so they got to create some new heroes for us, and this will definitely be one of them.
Now, in the comics, the Kate Bishop character is part of the Young Avengers, and there has been talk for a while now that the Young Avengers would eventually make their way into the MCU. So maybe this is like the foot in the door.
Yeah,
for this group.
Yeah, with this, and even from WandaVision television series where she had 2 kids.
Yeah,
those 2 kids are actually part of the new Avengers or Young Avengers as well. So we're seeing a whole new era of Marvel superheroes coming our way.
So Hawkeye comes out Wednesday, November 24th, right in front of Thanksgiving. That's the good news from the MCU. The bad news from the MCU is, I know Scarlet Witch, I know Black Widow died in one of the newer Avenger movies, but obviously came back with her own movie. Chances are that is the only Black Widow movie we are ever going to get, because Scarlett Johansson is now suing Disney. We got that story coming up next. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
Yeah, that was a weird thing to see yesterday.
I didn't expect that at all.
Yeah, once again, yesterday, I don't know, right around 2 o'clock, Cotter and I were talking, and we're like, man, there's some holes in the show to fill. I'm like, I think we just wait, we'll be fine. And boy, if we waited like 3 more hours, so much more stuff came out.
Yeah. Greg, yes. Yes, I'm always talking about porn. Just assume.
So Kanye West, we talked about him yesterday because he moved into Mercedes-Benz Stadium to finish his newest album, Donda.
Yeah.
Well, apparently he is going to do another event at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. According to TMZ, that was a story that was posted just a couple hours ago, that he plans on doing a new listening event for the album that is going to have a different hook to it, because the last time he did it, about a week ago, it was a big hit. So on Apple Music, they live streamed it to 3.3 million viewers. Plus the stadium, I mean, it wasn't full, but I mean, it looked packed with the videos and everything that they posted. So yeah, some crazy stuff coming from Kanye. But that's what you can expect from this man, probably for the rest of his life. Crazy.
Yeah. Now that whole story is just kind of really interesting that he has just decided to hole up in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. I mean,
it's a weird thing to do too, because like, you would think, oh, they're a public facility. They won't allow that, and they totally allowed that. He probably paid them a bunch of money. It's kind of just crazy to think.
Yeah.
Now I was bringing up Jungle Cruise earlier today. When it comes to like new movies coming out this weekend, you got Green Knight and you got Jungle Cruise. Those are the 2 big ones hitting movie theaters. So apparently in Jungle Cruise, there is a Metallica song. Nothing Else Matters, and there's actually a new version of it
Interesting.
And you can, that's in the film, and you can actually hear a piece of it in the new Jungle Cruise trailer that came out just yesterday. So
Interesting.
Kind of interesting stuff. Metallica's just dropping Disney songs. Metallica and Disney are the last two people I would ever think that would combine on doing anything. But apparently, Metallica has given them a new version of Nothing Else Matters.
Awesome. Okay, why not? So have you seen recent photos of Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit?
Yes, I saw that yesterday.
Okay, so they had a show at the Metro in Chicago, sold out, went down last night. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the wrestler Jeff Jarrett. He looks just like Jeff Jarrett. Now, he was sporting, a pretty healthy beard over the past few months. Last few pictures, just a healthy beard. The beard is gone. He's now sporting a Fu Manchu.
Right. And
instead of the trademark backwards hat for the show, he had this weird kind of floppy haircut, and he was just out there. He looked full on dad mode. He just looked like a dad who decided to front Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, so that was they've done a couple shows, and the other shows he's dressed appropriately, like the shirt button up to his neck with the backwards red ball cap. I think he was just having a little fun in Chicago last night, but he was definitely weird looking for Fred Durst. I guess he was just having a lot of fun that day.
Yeah, I mean, if you would have just shown a picture of him, I would have either thought he was Jeff Jarrett or I would not have known it was Fred Durst.
Yeah, or he just lost a bet maybe. So there's that as well. He looked really, really weird. Here, I'll find a picture and show it off on the live stream for everyone.
Yes, somebody who was at the show posted video of them doing Faith, and he does this weird little dance. I don't know, maybe that's a Fred Durst thing. It's been a while since I've seen him, but I don't know. It was such a different look.
So there's once again, that's not a great resolution photo, but Fred Durst with his wavy gray hair and his Fu Manchu, little strange. Yeah, he's taken on a weird look for sure.
Yeah, it was unique.
Mm-hmm. So yesterday, it was late yesterday as well. Jerry Cantrell has been working on a new solo album. He just dropped his first single from it.
Oh shoot!
It's called Atone. And Duff McKagan guests on that song. I have not heard it. I just literally read it. So can't wait to actually hear that. But Jerry Cantrell, his solo work is really good.
Jerry Cantrell is an underrated singer. I know Lane Staley was the frontman of Alice in Chains, but Cantrell did a lot of vocal work, did a lot of vocal work. And then toward the end of the run, when Lane was really struggling, Cantrell did a lot of the singing for that band. So he's got a good voice. He's a great songwriter. His solo stuff, like you said, just is honestly usually amazing.
So he's got a new album called Brighton. It only has 9 tracks on it, and actually one of the tracks is a cover song. It's a cover of Elton John's Goodbye. So this album, let's see. Sorry, I'm just reading it for the very first time. I'm not seeing a date on it yet, but once again, Jerry Cantrell has a new solo album. His first solo album was Boggy Depot that came out in 1998 when Alice in Chains were on hiatus. And then he put out a double album, Degradation Trip Volumes 1 and 2 in 2002. So this is the first new solo album in almost 20 years.
Damn.
So it's been quite some time.
If you're unfamiliar with any of his solo stuff, listen to I Cut You In. I would put that up, or Cut You In. I would put that up against a lot of Alice in Chains songs. It's such a good song. But yeah, get a chance, check it out. It's called Cut You In. It's solo Jerry Cantrell. An amazing song.
Yeah, his work is really, really good, man. I'm excited to once we're out of the show today, I'll take a listen to that new song. Once again, Jerry Cantrell has a new album. Don't have any details on when it's coming out, but the new single is called Atone, and the new album is called Brighton.
All right, we got about 4 minutes. Avenged Sevenfold Nightmare playing now. We'll talk this story about Scarlett Johansson suing Disney next.
She might as well. It sounds like, her character's kind of done in the MCU. They've introduced other characters, within her family that'll probably be there in her stead. So I think they'll probably talk about her, but they definitely don't need her on film anymore. And I think that's why she's like, you know what? My stuff's up with you guys. Yep. I had a deal to get some money on the back end. That's why she's all mad. I would be too.
I get it. And like I said, I think Disney, the statement they released, I don't know, ballsy, man. Ballsy. All right, 3 minutes. A-Dub should be back in the office today. We were supposed to have corporate engineer and one of the bosses in studio today look at studio stuff, but they're not coming in now. They'll be in next week.
What day are they coming in next week?
Either Wednesday or Thursday. I haven't heard the actual day yet.
Gotcha.
And they'll be bringing Harlow in as well.
Good old Dick Harlow.
All right, just about 2 minutes, 20 seconds. Final break of the 7 o'clock hour. 2 more hours to go. Lots to get to, man. So much show today. Wheel of Florida, Cole Beasley, Fire Away Friday, trivia, beer for breakfast, Marshall's Music News. Damn. All right, under 2 minutes.
Okay, we'll go with that one. Just choosing today's trivia game. If for some reason you're picked, I've decided to go with what I think is the tougher one because I think the last game was a little too easy.
Last game was one of the easier ones I think I've played, yes. I think this one, you'll get that, you should get that, you'll get that. I mean, you have the potential to get 5 or 6 out of 7 from this game, I think. There's one multiple choice that could trip you up. I think you'll know that. So, yeah.
Whenever you say, I think you'll know that, I'm probably not going to know that.
No, I think you will. All right, we got just under a minute.
What up, Andrew? How you doing, man? What's new? Oh, Jesus. Cotter's going to die tomorrow. He's going to see the Hella Megator in 97-degree heat in Jacksonville, Florida.
Woohoo!
So, got that going on. Fred Durst looks like a psychopath, possibly a serial killer.
I would say just looks like he looks like a dad. He looks like a dad you'd see on a TV show.
That murders you. What else? I plan on hiding all weekend long because it's going to be hot today and tomorrow. What else is new? Playing Final Fantasy VII currently.
Nice.
About 20 hours into that bitch, which is about halfway through-ish.
Holy crap.
Fun game. Really fun game. If you like RPGs, that was the bomb.
All right, got to be right back. All right, hit you with the good Marvel news first. Let's head into the bad Marvel news. Black Widow actress Scarlett Johansson is now suing Disney. She claims the release of Black Widow in theaters and on Disney Plus violated her deal and cost her serious money. In legal documents, the Black Widow star claims her contract with Disney stated the movie would be released exclusively in theaters, and she says her salary was tied to how well the film performed at the box office, but by releasing it also on Disney Plus meant fewer people in the theaters, which meant less money for her.
Yeah, so Marvel movies do extremely well worldwide. I mean, this movie's made $360-ish million worldwide, which for a Marvel movie, I know that's crazy to say, is not very good.
Well, no.
It's just kind of okay. I mean, Disney did a Solo movie, right? Han Solo from the Star Wars universe. It made $450 million, and they considered that a failure.
Yeah.
So if you want to look at the Black Widow that way, I mean, Disney's not very excited because, the pandemic. So here's what Disney said in regards to that lawsuit, Cotter, that Scarlett Johansson put out against them. They said, there is no merit whatsoever to this filing. The lawsuit is especially sad and distressing in its callous disregard for the horrific and prolonged global effects of the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, Disney has fully complied with Miss Johansson's contract, and furthermore, the release of Black Widow on Disney Plus with Premier Access has significantly enhanced her ability to earn more additional compensation on top of the $20 million she has received to date. So not only is she saying, it is Disney saying that it's a really bad look, and they're sad to see this. They actually even throw out the dollar figure they've given Scarlett Johansson, $20 million, out there too. So I think they're trying to turn the public against her. Now, obviously, the public's view doesn't matter. The law, it matters here, and the courts are going to decide this. But I think when you look at someone like Robert Downey Jr., who made $100 million off the first Iron Man film because he took the back-end residual stuff because the movie did so well, and I think Robert Downey Jr. probably made $1 billion playing Iron Man over the last decade or so. If I was Scarlett Johansson, I would also be mad because if I'm only making 20 and I was expecting 60 or 70 or 80 because of how well this movie did that you put your blood, sweat, and tears into, I'd probably be a little mad too. I'd probably file the same lawsuit.
Yeah, I don't blame her for the lawsuit. I mean, you look at it. I mean, you take a step back because I'm never going to make $20 million in my life, ever. I mean, you kind of look at it from an outsider's point of view. You're like, what, do you need more than 20? What are you going to do with it? But, I mean, it was a deal. It was in the contract. That's fine. I think Disney's statement, not the fact that they released how much money she made. I think Disney's statement kind of throwing her under the bus with the COVID-19 stuff and saying, especially sad and distressing, it's callous. I mean, they're just trying to make her look like a heartless bitch. And I mean, I'm like, that is a ballsy statement coming from a company that will do anything to make money.
Yeah, they refuse to let certain trademarks of theirs go into public domain. So that's why we randomly get like Pinocchio movies. I'm like, why are we getting Pinocchio? No one cares about Pinocchio anymore. It's because they've gotten so close to a certain property going into a public domain where anyone can make a movie about Pinocchio. They just refuse it. So as long as they keep it active, they won't let anyone do it. Plus, I mean, they own everything. Yes. Disney owns everything at this point. So, yeah, it seems like a stupid little thing for especially them to say that.
All right, coming up top of the 8 o'clock hour, we got another round of Wheel of Florida. We'll see how well the wheel does. It's been on fire lately.
It's been in fuego.
We'll see if it can continue its streak. Wheel of Florida, top of the 8 o'clock hour. This is the Cotter and Marshall Show. Thanks for hanging out. Rock 106.1.
So, Andrew, thank you for joining in again. I mean, I don't think you missed. That's kind of the week. That's been the week. Monday and Tuesday we were off. Cotter was out of town. I've only been doing shows for the last couple of days. Next week is a full week of shows, which will feel very strange. And then after that, we're taking a couple more days off in August as well.
Sorry, guys. Got to get my kid to college.
I am kind of surprised you're keeping the cats, man. I thought once the kid left, you were going to kick those cats out of the house.
That was the initial plan, but my wife has gotten attached to the cats. So we have 2 kittens. We had 4. 2 of them have been adopted. We still have 2 left. And then we have 2 that we've had for a while because they were being fostered by somebody else. It's an older lady, super nice. But she wasn't good at trying to get them to like people and just, get them socialized. She just wasn't good at it. And my daughter is amazing at it and does puts a lot of effort into it. And one of the 2 has gotten really good. We'll come downstairs, we'll hang out, you can, pet her and be cool. One spends 99% of its day underneath a dresser in my daughter's room because if you look at her, she's like, what are you doing? And takes off running. She's getting better. But I don't think that one's ever going to be adopted. But my wife has gotten attached to them now, especially the kittens, because we got those when you still kind of had I don't think it was bottle feeding, but I mean, it was definitely a lot of care went in the kittens. So
right.
My wife's attached, so I'm just like, whatever. I don't have to deal with the cats very often. Feed them occasionally. It's fine. So cool. It's fine. We won't take any more in while the kid's gone.
Okay. Don't say things you don't mean.
At least that's what my wife told me.
Wanda says, with school starting next week, remember the school zones are now having speed cameras up and running. Be mindful of the speed zones unless you want a ticket.
There is one on the way to work, that back way if you take, I don't know what the road is.
Montgomery Crossroad.
Yeah, if you take that one long, you take that one kind of the long way back to Mohawk. That will take you, out to 204. There is a school zone there that I don't think I've seen anybody respect the speed limit on. I mean, the speed limit back there is 35, which nobody does anyway. Even cops back there doing 50 miles an hour.
Mm-hmm.
But that speed's in that school zone. If they would set a cop car during the first week of school, they're going to make all the money because nobody pays attention to that.
Juana says the cameras will be activated on Monday, August 16th in school zones around Georgetown K through 8, May Howard Elementary, Coastal Middle, and Marsh Point Elementary and St. Andrew's School. So I think St. Andrew's School is actually the school that's on Montgomery Crossroads there.
May Howard is out at on Wilmington Island. That's where we used to live. That's where my wife teaches. All right. Commercials, going to get into some Offspring. Got some Pearl Jam coming up.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry, St. Andrews is on Wilmington Island. What's that school on Montgomery Crossroads? Let's
see. I'll be right back. We got some time.
Good golly, guys. Oh, it's St. James Catholic. No, maybe not. Damn it. What is that road? Anyway, there's a school over on Montgomery Crossroads that's like down around that corner, closer to like Tibet. But yeah, there's a school over there that people definitely fly through all the time, including me sometimes. Not when kids are there. I'm not a savage. Yeah, so tons of stuff to kind of check out this weekend. Talked about a bunch of it. Master of the Universe, Love is Blind, Sexy Beast, Gunpowder Milkshake. Those are all on Netflix. If you want to go to the movie theaters, which is actually a great time to go back to the movie theaters just to see a movie. There's Old, which is that new M. Night Shyamalan movie, which I've heard great things about. Jungle Cruise with The Rock. Maybe he made a good movie. I'm not for sure. It's a Disney film. I've heard good things about it. And then I'm going to the movie theaters tonight. I've been since Mortal Kombat came out in April. This will be my second time back to the movie theaters since the pandemic began, and I love going to the movie theaters. The experience is incredible. I'm going to see The Green Knight, and The Green Knight is kind of this weird indie-ish type film, but I can't wait to watch it. It looks really, really cool, and I'll share the trailer for Green Knight here on the chat if you guys haven't seen it. It's got like a, King Arthur, Old Knights of the Round Table type of story around it. And it just seems really, really cool. Sorry, just popping up the trailer so I can share it into the chat real quick. There we go. So I just dropped the trailer in there for you guys, just in case you haven't seen it. St. Francis Cabrini, there it is. Yeah, that's probably what I was thinking of. Yeah, I was talking about that school that was on Montgomery Crossroads that everyone speeds through that Cotter was mentioning earlier. But yeah, I think you're probably right, St. Francis Cabrini. Another story that came out yesterday, which I thought was kind of funny, was Peter Jackson, who's the director of like the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit trilogies. He apparently faced pressure to kill off one of the hobbits in the original Lord of the Rings trilogy, and this was confirmed by the dude who played Merry the Hobbit. That they wanted to kill one of the hobbits, but Peter Jackson absolutely refused, and they kept it to the source material. The source material, none of the hobbits die.
Right.
So apparently New Line wanted that emotional impact of one of the hobbits dying in the movie, but Peter Jackson said, nope, not a chance. But that was a fun little story that came out yesterday in regards to A movie, that's been out for like 20 years or so. Yes, Raven Dantes. Yeah, that's 100% right. Yeah, I was talking about that St. Francis school. My buddy used to teach there. I don't know why. I just couldn't remember the name of it.
All right, we still got about 8 minutes, Offspring. Then after the top of the hour, Pearl Jam's Jeremy. Then we'll get into Wheel of Florida. You can still vote for Fire Away Friday. It's Metallica's Hardwired. All right, never know. Ghost Square Hammer, Chili Peppers, Dark Necessities. Those are your choices.
Yeah, it's the St. Francis Cabrini Catholic School. Catholic, maybe not school, church. Anyway, it's that school right there that I was talking about. Sorry, I just Googled it to make sure. Road names are hard. I usually do better with landmarks. Yeah, I was talking about Montgomery Crossroads. All right, guys, we're halfway through the day. Hope you guys are having a good Friday. The rest of my Friday is easy. I think I'm going to go to Hopatomica tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
For a quick lunch. But they also have released a line of liquor as well. So Hopatomica, obviously, brewery, the gastro pub, but they have some amazing food. Great pizza. Some of my favorite pizza in Savannah. They do brunch on Sundays as well, but they have liquor now, and they've been talking about that for a little while. They have rum, and they do like certain cocktails and stuff, and I think they make a Mai Tai-ish type of drink, possibly like a Bloody Mary or something. Anyway, I'm going to go check out, I think, Hopatomica tomorrow. While I got some free time on my hands, at least for lunch, and head over there just because I haven't been there in, I think it's been about a month or two since the last time I've head over to Hopatomica. Also, a great place to go visit if you guys haven't. I went there this past weekend and just had so much fun. Was a place called Over Yonder, which is, if you know where Mood Rights is. So Mood Rights is a new like kind of dive bar thing that if you're going down Abercorn towards downtown, as soon as you cross Victory, it's on your right-hand side. I mean, it's like right behind that gas station. But it's called Mood Rights. You just have to find some street parking. Usually you can find a spot right next to it. And you go in, and then you actually go through the back side of that building, and there's a new, very small, like country western-ish bar. And it's tiny. It's probably, I don't know, let's just say 50 by 50 space. It's very small. But it's very cool, and they've got great food in there. Had a great burger in there, and they got some great cocktails and stuff. So it's called Over Yonder. Very reasonably priced as well. I mean, most of the cocktails were like $7-8. I got a huge, massive burger for $10. I mean, it's
That's
super
awesome.
cheap. So well worth your time. So definitely some places you can go out and check out this weekend, even though we're going to have stupid, aggressive heat today and tomorrow.
Oh, they got Shiner on tap. I may be in.
Oh, at Over Yonder, yeah.
I love a good Shiner Bock.
Yeah, they got it in cans as well. Oddly enough, there was the beer of choice, at least on Saturday, was Tecate Light. They had a ton of Tecate Light. People are slugging them, so I actually had a couple.
Interesting. All right.
Very good.
Okay, that's cool. $3. Okay, decent price on the Lone Star, Busch Light, Tall Boy, Miller Lite, Coors Light, Tecate, Shiner Bock. $3. That's pretty good.
Ooh, Hopatomica has their own Bloody Mary.
Yeah, I saw. That's what made me.
Fresh made house Bloody Mix vodka and house pickled accoutrements. They have that. They have their own version of the Painkiller, which is a tropical kind of drink. Yeah, definitely going to be hitting up Hopatomica this weekend. Their food and their drinks look so amazing. Terabyte, have a great one, man. Good luck with work.
See you later. Oh, they've got a vegetarian option. We can eat there.
Speaking of vegetarian options, so at Hopatomica right now, they have, they always like to do new pizzas.
Yeah.
Brick oven pizza is kind of their thing. So they have the Summer Heights Pie. It's a roasted eggplant, house pickled Calabrian. Never heard of that. Calabrian. Never heard of it. Cherry tomatoes and a white sauce. And then they have a fire roasted okra and shishito pizza, soy lime and Benny seeds on it as well. And they do some weird hipster stuff there at Hopatomica. But it sounds delicious. Anyway, 2 great places for you guys to go try out this weekend. Congratulations, Gibby. Just crossed the North Carolina. So you're up by Rock. Is it Rock City? Yeah, I think it's Rock City. I always want to say Rockford, but that's in Illinois.
Got about 2.5 minutes.
I got the wheel ready.
Perfect. Three pretty good stories. I mean, I thought I had a good story, and then I found a good story. So I had to get rid of one of them because I found something better. But yeah, to under 2 minutes now. Rick Astley's infamous Rick Roll video has passed 1 billion views. That's crazy.
Did that just become official?
I don't know. It's from Nerdist. They have a tendency to post things like 6 months, like we'll repost to Facebook 6 months after they've initially posted it. So your guess is as good as mine.
I was going to say, that sounds familiar, like I've heard it before. Like it breaking that record, so.
The webpage was July 29th, so I don't know.
What does YouTube say the views are at?
Let me see. Oh, that's the...
Wanda, that Rock City stuff that you see is actually about Chattanooga.
Got about 45 seconds.
Rock City is this huge outdoor, like mountainy hike stuff that has a bunch of gnomes in it. Seriously, it's kind of cool. I went there.
Never gonna give you up. 1,2,442,380. That's a lot.
Good for
Rick Astley.
He monetized. Well, I'm guessing his record company probably monetizes off of that.
Sure as hell hope so. All right, guys, be right back. Good morning. Thank you for hanging out, Cotter and Marshall Show. It is time to play Wheel of Florida. All right, we got 3 stories, just crazy, usually criminal stories. And then we have a wheel. It's going to decide whether this story, or try to guess whether this story happened in Florida or not. As of late, the wheel has been on fire. I want to say it's 5 out of 6.
Yeah, these last 2 times we played, 100%. Yeah, the Wheel of Florida is in fuego. It's NBA Jam hot. So let's go. Let's kick this off, Cotter. What is story number 1?
Okay. A guy walked into a sex shop on Saturday. He tried to rob the place. Pulled out a small knife, told the cashier to give him all the money in the register. But instead, she reached under the counter and pulled out an 18-inch flesh-colored sex toy and started beating him over the head with it.
Ooh.
There is security footage of the whole thing. It hasn't been verified by police yet, but it looks real. She ended up chasing him through the store, out the front entrance, and it is not clear if the cops have tracked him down yet.
Interesting. This definitely sounds like a Florida story, but it's not up to us. It's up to the Wheel of Florida. So let's go ahead and spin this. All right, the Wheel of Florida is stating that this is from Florida, Cotter.
Wrong again.
Hate starting off like this.
Ooh.
This took place in Russia.
Russia?
Russia.
Interesting.
Russia.
Everyone has a flesh-colored, apparatus at their disposal in Russia?
When you're in a sex shop, why not? I mean, maybe Russia is like the Florida of Europe and Asia.
Okay, maybe.
All right, story number 2. A 58-year-old man named Glenn Hutchinson really, really wanted to watch a Monk rerun on Sunday. Got into a big argument with his 56-year-old roommate, a guy named Edward Davis, who wanted to watch cartoons instead. The two men are roommates in an assisted living facility.
Okay.
Glenn got so irate that he whacked Edward in the head with his aluminum cane.
Ooh.
Edward is in a wheelchair, so it might not seem like it's a fair fight, but Glenn told the cops that Edward started by driving his motorized scooter into his leg. Then he swung his cane in self-defense. The police didn't buy it. Glenn was charged with aggravated battery with a deadly weapon.
Well, he hit him in the head. Yeah, metal cane. I get it.
I get it.
Yeah, so let's figure this out. You and I could probably figure out, this sounds like it's from Florida.
Yeah.
Definitely sounds like it's from Florida. But once again, not up to us. Let's go ahead and spin that wheel, Cotter. All right, the wheel feels good about this. The wheel is telling me Florida, Cotter.
That is correct.
I don't have the specific city this went down in, but it is a retirement home in Florida. It could be any city in Florida.
Anywhere close to Tampa, yes.
Anyone. All right, one out of 2 so far today is the wheel. Let's see how it does with our final story for Wheel of Florida. A 30-year-old guy named Ryan Dodd went on trial last week after he broke into a horse stable around 3 in the morning.
Oh, no.
He was caught with his pants down.
Yeah, he was.
Standing next to a lubed-up miniature horse. The man...
Wait, how big is a miniature horse?
I don't know. The man Ryan Dodd, was standing at full attention.
Mm-hmm. Of course he was.
So it was pretty obvious what was going on. But when the cops saw, he said, "It's not what it looks like."
What else would you be doing?
I don't know. Now, this all happened back in 2019, but he just was in court last week where he claimed he only broke in the stable to pleasure himself. And even though it was covered in lube, he said the horse had nothing to do with it.
So I just Googled it. A miniature horse, they have to be shorter than 3 feet to be classified as mini, just so you know, Cotter.
All right. Anyway, the cops got there before he had his way with the tiny horse. But its owners said it smelled like massage oil for several days.
What?
So it sounds like this guy had made multiple visits to this miniature horse.
Did he loosen it up?
I don't know.
A little pre or post game massage?
I don't know. He was found guilty of breaking and entering and attempted bestiality, but he plans to appeal.
Well, you would think that's not the greatest thing to be known for.
Oh,
all right,
dear Lord.
Let's go ahead and spin the wheel. Let's see what the Wheel of Florida says. Is this Florida? Is this not? All right, Cotter. The wheel is saying this is not Florida.
That is correct.
Oh, the wheel.
2 out of 3. Wheel still on fire. Ottawa, Canada.
Really?
Canada.
Out against Alabama. Maybe Arkansas. No, definitely Alabama. Oh, Mississippi. Alabama, Mississippi.
Are you sure?
One of those.
Any of those.
Yeah.
All right, coming up next, we are going to talk Cole Beasley. He is not a fan of being forced to wear masks. He's not a fan of kind of being what he is saying, tricked into taking a vaccine by the NFL.
Right.
And he had a press conference about it and has released a rap song.
It's so good.
Yeah, we got a bit of that coming up. Stick around. It's on the way. Here's Mammoth WVH. Don't back down. Cotter and Marshall Show. Rock 106.1.
I just love the name of his rap song. It's
Heavy Ones?
Heavy Ones. It's talking about his testicles.
Yeah.
Wanda goes, at the state line of Mississippi and Alabama. Yeah, that sounds about right. Right there in the middle. That sounds like where that type of story happened. Ottawa, Canada. I would have never guessed Canada.
No, right? I was surprised by that. That was the story I came across late, and I had to get rid of a story because I'm like, Your pants are down. You're standing up next to a lubed up horse.
Yeah.
Got to talk about that.
Yeah, that's definitely a good one, man.
All right, so we're getting close to Fire Away Friday as well. So if you want to drop in a vote, it is Metallica Hardwired, Ghost Square Hammer, or Red Hot Chili Peppers Dark Necessities. Metallica is leading Ghost just by like one.
Right.
Chili Peppers, no love so far.
It's not the best. It's not the best Chili Pepper song. It's a fun one.
Yeah, it's okay.
But yeah, it's not the best. Raven Dante says Square Hammer.
Okay.
Once again, guys, if you want to go ahead and vote on the stream, you definitely can. You can definitely vote for Metallica, Ghost, or the Red Hot Chili Peppers, those songs Cotter just mentioned. Just go ahead and drop in what you want in the chat, and we'll add that to the vote tally, and we'll play the Fire Away Friday song of the day coming up here in about 15 minutes or so.
Charles, does Vic have a mini horse? That's a fair question.
I don't know. I don't think he can afford a mini horse, honestly. And that leads me to another question. How much is a miniature horse? Take a guess on how much it would cost to buy a miniature horse, Cotter.
$5,000.
All right, everyone in the chat, feel free. Let me know what you think the exact price of a miniature horse is before I tell you guys. Once again, a man was caught in Canada, possibly pleasuring himself next to a miniature horse, possibly doing something to a miniature horse against his will.
The horse was lubed up.
Just saying, how much do you think a miniature horse is? Because I just Googled it.
I'm going $5,000.
You're going $5,000.
Yeah.
Gibby's saying $699.
Okay, I was going to say, yeah, you got
Greg is saying $2,500. Now, according to this, miniature horses on average can cost between $800 to $5,000. So, Cotter, you're definitely on the higher range.
Okay.
Greg's right there in the middle. But some top show miniature horses can go for as much as $200,000.
What?
That's right. A miniature horse can go up to almost as much as $200,000, according to the Googs.
Little Sebastian from Parks and Rec.
Yeah. Facts of purchase cost, according to another thing, $1,000 to $200,000, determined by size, conformation, bloodline, and show record. The smaller and more correctly confirmed, the greater the value.
Sure.
Feed cost, approximately $25 per month for the horse. That includes feed and hay. That's a fun fact as well.
All right, guys, got about 15-ish seconds. We'll be right back. Buffalo Bills wide receiver Cole Beasley. Not a fan of mask mandates or people having to get vaccines. And Beasley recently gave an almost 3-minute statement to the press about his thoughts on COVID-19 masks and vaccines. He started off by saying, I want to start off by saying I'm not pro or anti-vax. I am pro-choice.
Okay.
But then he kind of talked about how the league is basically misleading players, withholding information which may make them get the vaccine even though they don't want to because they're just missing information, not telling them the full story.
Yeah, I don't know what he doesn't know or what. Has he asked those questions?
I don't know.
He has, because he hasn't informed any one of us what his questions are in regards to that.
Yes.
Because I've been following along with what Cole Beasley has been trying to say. Now, he started off his career with the Dallas Cowboys.
Yes.
And then he went to the Buffalo Bills, and they've seen some success over the last few years, and he's been a big part of that. He's a great wide receiver, but he's been a weird, voice. Like the last guy in the world, I would imagine, to be sharing his voice in regards to being so anti-mask and anti-vaccine when it comes to COVID-19.
Now, the press conference isn't the only way he's expressing his thoughts and feelings about COVID-19. Cole Beasley is also rapping about it.
So he's a rapper, and you know what? I'm gonna flat out say it. He's not the worst white guy rapper I've ever heard.
That's fair. I'll give you that. Now, I'm totally unaware. Is this a thing for him? Is this has he released songs in the past?
Now, I haven't followed his rap career closely.
Maybe
not
you
as
should.
Not as close as his football career, but I think this one of the first few songs from his new rap career.
All right, so the song is called Heavy Ones, and he is talking about his testicles.
Big time, yeah.
I guess they're large. I
yes.
don't know. That's just what he's claiming.
Very large.
But here is a part of his first rap song called Heavy Ones.
Ain't too ill prepared. Don't you get it? I'm too ill to even be repaired. Ain't a vaccination for me. Only in evacuation. Save them, homie. I know that you mad. It ain't even fair. I got heavy nuts. Everyone.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's brutal, guys.
I've got heavy nuts. I don't know. That's just funny.
It is an utterly brutal song. It's kind of funny, actually.
It is kind of funny. But so, yeah, he did the press conference, and he has his rap song talking about his his stance on mask mandates, stance on vaccines. He's not down for it, doesn't want to get one. And I don't know. I don't know where this will head up in the NFL because, there are some players saying if it becomes mandatory, I'm out. I don't know if his stance is that strong.
No, I mean, every NFL player who's causing this issue right now, saying they're bigger than the NFL and they're not going to get vaccinated if they can't play or whatever. They're going to play because you know what they love? Money, and they're going to be there.
All right, it is Fire Away Friday. Right now, we need your votes. This weekend is another 20th anniversary weekend, taking a look and highlighting 2016. So we got 3 songs from 2016 you can vote on today. You can do it in the chat. You can do it with the text, 800-394-1061, or on the Cotter and Marshall Facebook page. Your choices are Metallica, Hardwired, Ghost, Square Hammer, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Dark Necessities. I will tell you, as of now, by 1 vote, Metallica is leading Ghost.
Ooh.
No love for the Red Hot Chili Peppers, but you still have time to vote because coming up next, we're playing your choice for Fire Away Friday. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
You had that audio going over the stream.
Yeah, I know. I was not too worried about the Cole Beasley song.
I mean, it's still music. I just don't want to get kicked off. If you guys want to hear all of that song, I will share the link for you guys. Because it's a jam.
We got the first vote for the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh, come on. Why aren't you showing up?
John, I don't know. I did not see a music video, just a song.
Yeah, and of course I can't find it right now. I have no idea where it's at.
The song?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have the link for the...
Oh, I do. It's not loading.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the internet seemed to be being a pain in the ass.
Well, I'll share the Apple Music link so you guys can at least check it out there. Yeah, I don't think there's no official music video. I think it's just the YouTube link that I found yesterday was just there. It is. All right, I'll share the YouTube link here in just a moment. I shared the Apple Music link if you wanted to buy it, just in case you're a really big fan.
Really want to support that rap career. I'll be right back.
Sorry, guys, trying to find that link for you. And, of course, nothing seems to be working right for me today, which is on point. Let's do this. Well, while we're waiting, guys, if you have any questions for the 8 Ball this morning, that would be great. Hashtag Ask the 8 Ball. Any questions in regards to your weekend, let me know just by dropping in your questions into the chat today. Sorry, I was looking for that Cole Beasley video, and for some reason I was having a tough time. You're just going to have to find it yourselves. Cole Beasley, heavy ones. It's ridiculous. But the YouTube video they do have up for the song is just like a standard image type of thing. Ooh, I got a question. Will the Green Knight, because I already bought movie tickets for today, will the Green Knight be good? Most likely. Oh, I like that. Love to hear that news, especially because I'm already committed financially to it. Yeah, but looking forward to checking out the Green Knight this weekend. I knew it was going to be this stupid hot for a while now, and I've been trying to emotionally get myself prepared to be sitting in the house most of the weekend. So like, I'm stocked up like a nuclear bomb survivor right now with like food and liquor and just all sorts of stuff to entertain myself at the house this weekend. Just because of how hot the weather is supposed to be the next 2 days. I also got asked to go play football on tomorrow with a bunch of buddies of mine, and I haven't gone and played football in months, maybe even close to a year at this point. And man, I don't want to. I may. There's a very small chance I may, but man, I don't see how those guys are going to do it tomorrow. Apparently, there's a bunch of them going out to play some two-hand touch football tomorrow.
Sounds like a horrible idea.
And it's just going to be, well, not as horrible as as other things.
Yeah. All right, got about 3.5 minutes. Going to hop on here real quick. We'll get ready for trivia as well.
Sean, if you're still on the chat, thanks for sending that link. Sean sent us the link for the suction cup leaf hammock for betas. I've never seen that before, but that's honestly really funny. So it's just a fake leaf, like you suction cup onto the side of your tank so a beta fish can just sleep on it like a little hammock. $4. That's ridiculous.
Play a game called Initials. We're doing a contest where they pick one random caller. The caller picks 2 letters. If the person gets one right, they win a $25 gift card. If they guess them both right in the correct order, they get $500. He's rolled over for 63 weeks. The guy won it yesterday. $31,000?
For guessing his first and last initial of who?
Yeah, I'm not quite how.
I'm guessing of a radio host, maybe?
Not sure how it works.
His beta fish has 2, and he sleeps on them constantly. Nice.
Morning, A-Dub.
All right, I'll have to get the leaf hammock for the beta fish. Yeah, that'll have to happen today.
All right, got under 2 minutes.
How much we got?
Minute and a half.
Gotcha.
90 seconds. Do a kind of quick drunk line into the song.
Sure thing.
A little over.
What's it look like this morning? What are we going with? Are you going to keep it a surprise?
It's Metallica.
Oh,
there you go. Cat's out of the bag. Spoiler alert. Metallica. Your chance to see if you're smarter than the community college dropout is coming up in just minutes. Also coming up, beer for breakfast. Josh Messer from Pretoria Fields.
Did I practice saying all Benny? No, I did not. But hopefully I won't mess it up too much. Hopefully Josh will be very forgiving of my pronunciation today. But we'll get his take on what it's called as well. I want to see what someone who spends a lot of time in that area calls it as well. Just see if you're messing with me.
All right, guys, be right back. As we head into the weekend, don't forget the drunk line is open. If you're out drinking anytime throughout the weekend, give us a call, leave us a voice message, 800-394-1061.
Yeah, that is the phone number to call, especially when you have a couple cocktails, and a lot of people are probably going to be drinking inside this weekend because it's going to be so hot. Highs of like 95 and 97 over the next 2 days. So, you know, when you're sitting inside of your garage, no, it's going to be too hot in this. When you're sitting inside of your house, inside your bathroom, naked on your bathroom floor, because maybe you have the spins, maybe you drink too much, or maybe that's just where your preferred drinking place is going to be this weekend, please give us a call and leave us a voicemail on whatever you're thinking. If you like our show, if you like our radio station, if you like, I don't know, flowers, there's a certain kind you like, we don't care. Just tell us what's on your mind and leave us a voicemail.
800-394-1061. All right, Fire Away Friday. Your choices were 3 songs from 2016, Metallica, Hardwired, Ghost Square Hammer, or the Chili Peppers, Dark Necessities. And the winner is Metallica.
Ooh.
Here is Hardwired for Fire Away Friday. Rock 1061.
All right, I am all set for trivia here.
All right. Yeah, there we go.
Perfect. Sean, thanks for sharing that story, man. That's crazy. $31,000.
Yeah, I'm going to copy and paste it. I'll check that out here in a bit. All right, 2 minutes. Then we'll get into soliciting someone to play some trivia. Josh Messer from Pretoria Fields going to be in studio for Beer for Breakfast. I believe we're actually going to reach out to the head brewer as well, the brewmaster of Pretoria Fields, get him on the phone during the first break, and then we'll drink some beer.
Yeah, K-Fan. Man, what a fan base they have. 160,000 followers on Twitter. Minnesota's station for sports.
90 seconds.
And that guy won almost $32,000 for guessing CR. Good for him, man. It looks like they were playing that game. Let's see.
63 weeks.
Yeah. For over a year, they've been trying to give away that money. What a payday for that guy, though. Good for him.
Okay, so they read clues. Every answer, let's see, game which shows personality against each other. Corey Cove reads clues with every answer featuring the same initials. When the money lucky caller has to guess in the correct order, the initials the radio show is using that day. Damn.
So the initials change every single week.
Sounds like it, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's crazy. All right, we got about 30 seconds. Are you smarter than a community college dropout? It's brought to you by Savannah Bar Crawl. It's time to find out if you could take on or beat one of us, Marshall or myself, in a round of trivia.
Yeah, that's right. 7 questions, 60 seconds. You can take on either one of us. Cotter's been on kind of a hot streak lately. He hasn't lost in quite some time. He did tie the other day, but before that, you had 2 perfect games in a row. Don't know how that happened. And then yesterday you won, and you got 6 out of 7 correct. So you're on a bit of a hot streak outside of that one tie where it was 2-2. Very random game. But today you could play, win yourself a pair of tickets to go check out P.O.D. over at Victory North on September 22nd. You're guaranteed those tickets. Also, you'll win a pair of passes into the Tailgate Savannah Bar Crawl, which is happening on September 4th. Once again, you win both of those. All you have to do is play against us and be the first caller right now.
800-394-1061. Call us up. Are you smarter than a community college dropout? Brought to you by the Savannah Bar Crawl, Rock 1061.
Yeah, Sean, thanks for sharing that article. That's a very cool game, man. Matt can't make that lunch today. I'm busy doing something else, but thank you for the invite. But we highly recommend every member of the Horde to join Mac for lunch today. At Los Nop. Ooh. Too many burpees, man. I've been my body's cracking in weird ways.
That happens when you get old.
Trying to get this this beach body going, this pool body going. All right, guys. Any member of the Horde wants to take us on? Feel free to give us a call. 1-800-394-1061. You can take one of us on. 7 questions, 60 seconds. Plus, we'll hook you up with some cool prizes. Doesn't matter what happens. Win, lose, or draw. Probably a better chance of beating me today than Cotter. Cotter's been on quite the hot streak.
Mac, I can't go to lunch. Sorry. We got our show meeting today, so maybe next time.
She goes, no, rent was due. Can't swing lunch for peeps. Oh, okay. Oh, wait, you were offering to buy? Whoa. That would have been a huge mistake on your behalf because I would have got loaded. How many ultimate margaritas can I get from Los Nop before I fall over? We would have found out. All right, once again, guys, looking for someone to play Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout Trivia? If one of you want in, go ahead and give us a call, 1-800-394-1061. If not, are we going to re-solicit after the top of this?
I don't think we're going to have time, unfortunately. Come out. We know we're dropping that. I'll have to get it cranked up quick. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have time. We could try. I think I'll have to play it. I don't know. Let's see if I got a longer song to put in there.
On a side note, Sean, I did buy that hammock for my betta fish.
All right. Yeah, let's go ahead. Oh, maybe not. That's not us. Sorry, wrong one. Yeah, we can come out of this.
What are we doing?
We can come out of it.
Okay.
Just keep it quick.
If he's laying on the tiki guy and stuff, trust me, it'll be worth it because it seems like he'll use it. Yeah, I think he will too. Yeah, he loves. I actually never seen him lay on the tiki guy before until this morning, when is when I thought he was dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually he's just up on like he's like on the window side, hanging usually by the filter. So I don't know if that's like a heat or cooling issue for him. But we have like a heater for the water in there, so he should be pretty happy.
All right, got about 30 seconds to come out of commercials. Try one more time. Solicit somebody to play some trivia.
If not, we'll just take each other on.
Yeah. I mean, we'll have about a couple minutes is all we'll be able to give them to make it work. So, all right, guys, be right back. Still got time to give us a call if you'd like to play Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout? Brought to you by the Savannah Bar Crawl.
And no matter what happens, whether you win, lose, or tie with us, you'll still score tickets to go check out P.O.D. at Victory North on September 22nd and passes into the Savannah Bar Crawl's Tailgate Bar Crawl, September 4th, college weekend kickoff. It's going to be a lot of fun.
So call us now if you'd like to play 800-394-1061. Are you smarter than a community college dropout? Here's Tool, Rock 1061. Ugh. Playing 46 and 2.
Do we play anything off Fear Inoculum anymore?
Not really. All right. I'm going to officially call it.
Okay.
We'll just take on each other. We'll move that down here. We'll come out of this Tool song. And get rid of that. All right. Fair enough. All right. 4 minutes, or just over 4 minutes.
I'll give you the easier of the two games. I'll keep the hard one for later.
Now you're going to call? Sorry. Too late. Do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
You mean you'll quiz me first?
Yeah, I'll quiz you first.
Gotcha.
Don't have time to get it edited, or we would.
All right, got about 4 minutes. Then we'll jump back on the air, guys. Josh from Pretoria Fields Brewing / Collective should be here any moment. Just waiting on the text from him once he arrives. We'll get him in and set up to join us here in studio. Once again, Beer for Breakfast coming up top the 9 o'clock hour. Josh from Pretoria Fields is going to be stopping in, and then I think we're going to call into his head brewmaster. He's going to be joining us for the first break to kind of talk about Pretoria Fields, how they got started, who they are. Then we'll hang up on him, and then Josh and us will kind of break down some of the beers in studio of what he's bringing. Super excited to try what those guys have. Man, the brew tap list they have at Pretoria in Atlanta, in the Atlanta area, Albany more specifically. They sound really, really good. I'm actually quite jealous that I've actually never stopped by their facilities, the dozen or so times I've been to the Atlanta area. So definitely a future stop for me for sure.
All right, about 2.5 minutes. Flowing. Oh, it's Ghost. Okay. Rye Charles. I like that. Brown Thrasher. Honey Pecan Brown Ale. That sounds good. Farnberry Gosa. All right. I got about 2 minutes on tap right now. The Skinny Gosarita. I like that. Barrel-aged Texas-style Margarita Gosa. That sounds good. Real lime, sour orange, and sea salt. Orange lager. Crisp light lager, natural orange flavor. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, those sound pretty good.
They do, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Damn.
Yeah, I figured they'd have some cool stuff on tap because, they're a bunch of hippies and stuff. So figured they'd have some pretty interesting stuff for their limited release stuff that they do in their tap room. All their standards are pretty safe, when you run through all of them. But, some of their limited release stuff does sound really, really good. I'm excited to try some of it. Josh said he was going to bring in a couple limited release items for us here in studio today. And once we're done with trivia here, I'm going to jump up, grab our glasses, and then just triple check and make sure he's here or not.
Sure. Got about a minute left. All right. I got about 35 seconds.
There you go.
Cam chiming in. Farnberry Gosa is my favorite.
He's bringing that one in today.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I look forward to it. All right, guys. Got about 15. Be right back. Are you smarter than a community college dropout? Brought to you by the Savannah Bar Crawl. Marshall, looks like we're going to take on each other today.
Okay.
In a round of trivia. So if you're ready, I will ask you questions first.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, 7 questions, 60 seconds. Your time will start as soon as I finish question number 1. You know that drill. Question number 1 is multiple choice. So here we go. Maybe. There we go. What rock group received a lifetime ban from the Holiday Inn chain after Keith Moon drove a car into the swimming pool of its Flint, Michigan hotel in 1967? Was it the Kinks, Led Zeppelin, or The Who?
That would be The Who.
That would be correct. The 2021 NHL expansion draft was recently held for what new NHL franchise?
Oh, the Seattle Kraken.
That is correct. To date, who is the only sitting U.S. president to cross over the Korean demilitarized zone and enter North Korea?
That is your and I's president, number 45, Donald Trump.
That is correct. What former host of The Price is Right received a star in the Hollywood Walk of Fame on May 5th, 1976?
Say that again?
What former host of The Price is Right received a star in the Hollywood Walk of Fame on May 5th, 1976?
Chuck Woolery?
Incorrect.
Oh.
In professional soccer, each team can field a maximum of how many players at a time? Multiple choice, 10, 11, or 12.
11 sounds correct.
That is correct.
Yeah.
In 1973, guitarist Nancy Hart joined her sister Ann in what rock band?
Heart?
That is correct.
Okay.
And finally,
question.
who is the current Prime Minister of England?
Boris something. Boris, not Yeltsin. Boris.
Your time's up.
Boris McBorisy.
Your time is up. You got 5 out of 7.
Okay.
That was a good showing. I mean, the heart question is the one I'm like, I don't know if you're going to get this one.
Yeah,
and then the soccer question, the multiple choice was like, that one may throw you.
I've been watching a lot of Ted Lasso, so no big deal.
Makes sense.
Yep,
Fair
there we
enough.
go.
You've been doing research.
All right. Well, do you want to go over the correct answers real quick?
Yeah, we'll do that. So, yes, the rock group who received the lifetime ban from the Holiday Inn chain was The Who. Keith Moon drove a car into the place's swimming pool. Seattle Kraken, great logo, one of the best in sports right now. They just got the draft in the NHL. Donald Trump, the only president to cross the zone. The Price is Right host, Bob Barker.
Oh, gosh.
I thought that one maybe was a gimme.
Yeah, I just didn't. There's too many show hosts. Yeah.
The professional soccer, you can have 11 people on a field. And Ann and Nancy Wilson formed the band Heart, and Boris Johnson is the current Prime Minister
that's it.
of England.
That's not English. That's not just Johnson's.
It's not very Boris to me.
Yeah.
I always think Russian when I hear Boris.
All right, well, let's flip the sides here. Let's put you to task when it comes to Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout Trivia, brought to you by the Savannah Bar Crawl. Their next big bar crawl coming up on September 4th. All right, Cotter, your time's going to begin after I ask the first question. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
All right, here we go. What December holiday became popular following a 1997 episode of Seinfeld?
Oh, why can't I think of Festivus?
That is correct. Question number 2 is multiple choice. What year did the iPhone debut on the market? 06, 07, or 08?
07?
That is correct. Question number 3, what baseball great was nicknamed the Iron Man?
Cal Ripken, Jr.
That is correct. Question number 4, what animal is on the cover of the Beach Boys album Pet Sounds? Is it a goat or a sheep?
It is a sheep.
That is incorrect.
Oh!
Question
sure?
number 5. Yep, I'm totally sure. Question number 5. Who has a heart 2 sizes too small?
The Grinch.
That is correct. Question number 6. What pigment makes plants green?
I pass.
What number does Aaron Rodgers wear?
I have no idea. 13.
Incorrect. Back to question number 6. What pigment makes plants green?
Why can't I think of it? Oh, my Lord. I can't think of it. The only thing I think of is formaldehyde, and I know that's not it.
And your time
I don't know.
is
It's
up
up.
as of that.
I don't know.
All right, Cotter, you got 4 out of 7 correct today.
Ugh.
I would take the win. No big deal. All right, let's go over correct answers real quick for Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout Trivia, brought to you by the Savannah Bar Crawl. Question number 1 was what December holiday became popular following a 1997 episode of Seinfeld? That is Festivus, for the rest of us. Number 2, what year did the iPhone debut on the market? That would be 2007. Number 3, what baseball great was nicknamed the Iron Man? Cal Ripken Jr. of the Baltimore Orioles. Question number 4, what animal is on the cover of the Beach Boys album Pet Sounds? That is a goat.
I was thinking sheep. I was going to say sheep even if it wasn't multiple choice. So, yep.
Question number 5, a pretty easy one. Who has a heart 2 sizes too small? That would be the Grinch. Number 6, what pigment makes plants green? Chlorophyll.
Thank you.
More like borophyll, am I right? And question number 7, what number does Aaron Rodgers wear? Number 12. I thought you would get that. I thought you saw a bunch of coverage of him this week. I thought that was a gimme.
Yeah, I don't pay that much attention to life. All right, coming up, we have more. Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout on Monday? Up next, it is Beer for Breakfast, brought to you by Coach's Corner in Thunderbolt. Going to be joined in studio by Josh Messer from Pretoria Fields. We'll drink some beer. We'll rate some beer. We'll have some fun. Beer for Breakfast after 9 o'clock. Cotter and Marshall Show. Rock 106.1.
I'll be right back.
All right, cool. And I missed. All right, final hour of the show, as always, flying by. Beer for breakfast on the way. All right, I am going to put us in. I'm going to fire up the delay. Give me 1 second, guys. We'll be right back. There we go. All right. I think we're okay. Sorry. Just making sure everything's. I'm going to hear that for a second. All right. Check. All right. Good. All right. I think we're good, guys. Sorry. So many buttons when I have to put things in. Delay. Here. Cool. All right. Our guest is here. We'll get to him here in a bit. We'll get to two stories today for Marshall's Music News. I'm expecting a 3-break beer for breakfast today. All right.
That is the Lego Slave One behind Cotter.
Oh, somebody asked about the ship? Yes, sir. So we had a former coworker, Leaf, was a big Lego guy and would not work and would make Lego creations in his office. Got a new gig, moved to North Carolina, and he's like, this can't fit in my car because it'll just fall apart. So gave it to me as soon as we decided to do the live stream thing and want some stuff behind us for the shot. There you go.
You have a Lego Yoda, never open, worth about $500. Jesus Christ.
Nice.
Do Legos hold their value? I've never even thought of...
Yeah, I don't know. You would think. I mean, they're expensive enough anyway.
There's a Baby Yoda or Grogu that's $80 currently.
Damn.
Yeah, these Lego sets, I mean, some of them are just incredibly ridiculous. Lego Yoda is worth less than a mini horse. Good point, Greg.
Sorry to hear that, Wanda. So we when we went to Universal, we hit up Downtown Disney or whatever they're calling it now. And always like to check out the Lego store. I have my keys on me. So I have 2 Boba Fett keychains, and I got one years ago, and then a coworker got me another one because you keep a Boba Fett keychain Lego in your pocket, it just falls apart. Just basically like the top half of it now. So I'm like, I'll pick up a new one. Because of COVID and everything else going on, the line to get into the Lego store, which I've never seen before,
right,
was stupid. I'm like, nope, I'm good. Looked at it from the outside.
That's the one that has like the dragon outside of it, right?
Yeah, they got some new creations up around it too. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I always somehow find my way to Orlando-ish area at least twice a year. So
yeah,
going back down there, I think in about 2 months for Halloween Horror Nights. That's probably the next time I'll be in the area. Speaking of, I think this weekend while I'm hiding from everyone and the sun, I'm gonna find an Airbnb and set that weekend up.
Yeah, we've got Disney in November. Disney just put back into place a mask mandate. I think if you're indoors,
it'll be gone by November.
I'm hoping so. Either that, or I'll have to cancel another trip to Disney because we're back on lockdown. It'll go one of 2 ways.
No, I think we're well past lockdown stage. At least America is. Other countries probably.
All right, excuse me. We got about 8 minutes until we kick off Beer for Breakfast. Brought to you by Coach's Corner in Thunderbolt. Pandora's Box, the ultimate Aerosmith tribute tonight. Tomorrow, Thomas Claxton and the Myth.
Nice.
Yep, coming up, we've got Grand Paradise, which is a Styx tribute band. Interstellar Echoes, great name, Pink Floyd tribute band. The Petty Hearts, the national Tom Petty tribute show. And Slippery When Wet, a tribute to Bon Jovi.
Oh, coaches. Craziest bands, man.
This Tom Petty band's supposed to be really, really good. I have heard about them outside of.
How much are tickets to that show?
That's what I'm looking for. So get your tickets for this. No. $20. It's not bad. That Rush tribute band I was hoping to go see was a little pricier than that. Didn't make it.
All right. How far away are we right now?
We got, like I said, we got about 7 minutes.
Okay. After this song, I'll go grab Josh real quick, and then we'll need to. We're probably going to call out to the brewmaster there.
Yep.
So we'll need probably give him a call and get him on the line.
Well, do you know what his name was?
Yeah, just give me one moment. D Moore, Dee Moore. All right. Actually, I'm going to go grab Josh now. We'll get him in settled, and we'll get D on the line, so we're all set for when we go on the air.
Yeah, sounds good. All right. How's it going?
Josh, this is Cotter. Cotter, Josh.
Nice to meet you. Thank you for coming in.
Oh, that's me. Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Oh, thank you very much, man. That's awesome.
Look at that. Look at that sick swag, bro.
Ooh, it's even the soft shirts.
It's extra soft for our pleasure.
That's right. That's right.
All right, let's put you on camera here. Let's go to our standard 3 shot. We're going to scoot over just a little bit to your left. Sorry. Nope.
Other left.
Yeah, your left, not my left.
There we go.
There we Perfect. All right, stream folks. This is Josh from Pretoria Fields. Now, is it brewing or collective? I've seen both.
So it is both. There's Pretoria Fields Collective, which is the overall umbrella. We have a farm. We have a hemp business. We have a brewery. Pretoria Fields Brewing is the brewery.
Gotcha. Cool, man.
Yeah. Well, I'm grateful to be here.
Yeah, dude. Thank you so much for coming in. Wanted to bring you in just a minute early. If we could call, are we calling D?
D, yeah.
Yeah, if we could call D, if you just want to maybe write down his number, and we'll call him directly into the studio here. So we'll have him on the line and ready to go when we're ready to go on the air.
We got about 4.5 minutes.
Okay.
Perfect.
Let's see.
And what's your title?
VP of Sales and Marketing.
No big deal.
No big deal.
Sick.
No big deal.
Sick title, bro.
It's not a big deal. It sounds better than it is.
I just when we're on the air, just make sure that you're talking to the mic kind of as close as we are to the mics. Other than that, you're good to go, man.
Gotcha.
All right. Do you want me to go ahead and call him? We got about 4 minutes.
Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's get him on the line.
Okay.
And then we'll jump into.
I was gonna say I heard something about Lego. And then I see.
Yes, yeah,
that's awesome. That is awesome.
We're gonna have you sign the wall before you get out of here too.
Oh, cool.
Quite the collection of guests over our first couple months of the show here.
I know Carly Wiggins somehow suggested that I be on here. Did you guys ask about Pretoria Fields, and then she's like, "Oh yeah, you need to talk to Josh"? Or?
I was talking to her. I'm like, I need guests for upcoming months, and she recommended you were one of like 2 people that she was like, you got to get this person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
cool. That's awesome. I love Carly.
Apparently, D doesn't like us. Uh-oh.
Please leave your message for
Don't do that, D.
706
Don't do that.
25.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can.
Hey, D, it's Cotter Marshall. We're here with Josh, Rock 106.1 in Savannah. We've got about 3 minutes before we go on the air. So if you want to give us a call, 800-394-1061. Once again, 800-394-1061. Thanks.
It doesn't look like he likes me any more than he likes me.
Uh-oh. Well, it's just the boys today. It'll just be us.
Yeah.
We don't need you, D.
We don't.
I mean, we prefer you, but whatever, man. Whatever, dude.
All right, we got about 2.
You're sleeping in. You're missing out. So.
Way too early.
What is a brewmaster schedule like? Are they up early?
Yeah. He's usually in the brew house around 7. I think today, they take Fridays off a lot of times.
Oh, okay.
They try to get everything done kind of in the week and then have it at least an early day Friday.
Right, so they can take a 3-day weekend like they need it.
Right?
Real divas is what I'm trying to paint the picture of. Real divas, those
brewers, yeah.
Yeah,
not hard workers at all.
Nope. I've met a bunch of them, so not. And definitely haven't met one of the most famous head brewers, Mitch Steele from New Realm.
Nice.
Yeah, that was one of we've had tons of beer guys on the show before, but when we told people we were going to have Mitch Steele from New Realm on, they're like, "Wow,
yeah,
what a get that is." And I'm like,
"Yeah, Mitch is a legend."
Yeah, and I was like, I don't know this guy. What is wrong with me? And they're like, do a little research. So obviously the weeks leading into it, I was like, oh my God, he's a legend in the field.
Literally wrote the book.
Yeah. Super great guy.
Yeah.
And it's one of those very calming personalities. I don't know if you got a chance to meet him, but he's very zen.
Very mellow dude.
Yeah.
All right, we got about 90 seconds.
All right, so we'll jump on the air. We'll do 3 breaks today. Obviously, the first break we'll talk into Pretoria Fields, how you got into it, who you are. Second break, we'll review one of the beers. Then probably when we have some downtime during commercial break, we'll review just another beer.
Okay.
Because I know you said you brought a couple.
Yeah, I've got our Stout and our Golden Ale too, which is kind of what's mostly in Savannah. So.
Okay. And then, we could do one of those during the live stream, special break. And then our last break, we'll review one more beer. But yeah, cool. Super easy, man. At least we like to think
beer for breakfast, yeah. I can't remember the last time I had beer for breakfast. I'm kind of old at this point, so college was a long time ago.
Right. Cotter's shaking his head. He's like, I'm 45, man.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
41.
Okay, fair enough.
How have you aged so gracefully? Cotter would like tips.
4 years younger. 4 years younger.
There's a little gap there, yeah.
Right.
All right, guys, we'll be right back. Good morning. Thank you for hanging out on air and on the stream. It is the Cotter and Marshall Show. Time for Beer for Breakfast, brought to you by Coach's Corner in Thunderbolt. Some great music this weekend in the Sound Garden. You got Pandora's Box tonight, the ultimate Aerosmith tribute band. And then tomorrow, local favorites, Thomas Claxton and The Myth. So once again, a great weekend music in the Sound Garden over at Coach's Corner. So let's get into Beer for Breakfast in studio. VP of Sales and Marketing. Woo. We've got Josh Messer from Pretoria Fields. Good morning.
Hey.
Thank you for coming to hang out with us, man.
Happy to be here.
All right, so before we get into kind of your backstory, Pretoria Fields, question here. So you're a collective. There's a farm, there's a brewery, there's a hemp business. Is there stuff you guys don't do?
Yeah, it gets a little crowded at times. There's a farm. The farm was the very first asset entity.
Sure.
So about 178 acre farm in a little unincorporated area of Doherty County called Pretoria. So that's where the name comes from. They were growing organic wheat and some other grain, and then decided they wanted to open a brewery. So that was kind of the next step in the evolution. So then there's the brewery and the farm, and then late 2019, early 2020, perfect timing to open a new business.
Right.
They opened the hemp business. So they have a processor that processes from the biomass, the plant matter, to the oil, and then they have another facility that takes the oil and puts it into finished products like tinctures and beauty products.
Right, yeah. And I looked at the products yesterday. They look really, really cool. I'm actually very upset that you didn't bring us any eye cream. Obviously, we're on camera a lot, so probably need to go buy some, Cotter.
Yeah, look at those bags in your eyes.
Ooh, don't take those glasses off. But I just imagine Pretoria Fields. I just imagine it as like a hippie compound. There's just lots of flowers.
No, it'd be really cool.
Dresses.
It's not that. It's not that. It's not like the Allman Brothers back in the day.
So, Josh, I got to ask you, your title. You're the vice president. You're I think the only president anyone we've ever had on the show. How cool is it to be a vice president of something?
It's a lot of work. It's a title that doesn't really mean a whole lot. There's just a lot of work behind it. So
doing a lot of CBD stuff at Pretoria Fields. Is everyone just like walking around talking about smoking weed? Because that's what I would do the whole time. Or is everyone just smoking a joint there? Or are you guys like...
That would be a lot cooler too. No, they're separate entities, so the hemp business is kind of separate from the brewery. But
do you have any hemp...
Definitely cross use of products between divisions. Yeah.
Like, do you guys have a bunch of like CBD beers or style beers, or have you thought about doing that?
No,
not yet.
Thought about it. You can't actually mix the two. Like legally, so one day,
but
maybe
illegally, they got some stuff in the back.
All right, so how long have you been with Pretoria Fields now?
It's been on again, off again. But I started in 2018. So so the brewery launched 2017 December, and then the very next, I think it was April. I was with them. So
very, very good.
Yeah, so pretty much from the beginning.
All right. So what's their like style of beers? I mean, was something that they're like, we're gonna kind of focus on this. We're gonna do a little bit of everything.
So the idea is to use as much of our own ingredients grown from the farm, and then we also have 2 other farms that are transitional. They're not FDA certified organic, but they are organic farming practices. So using as much ingredients from those farms as possible in the beers, but the kind of the backbone of what we do is all really easy drinking, approachable styles, true to style. So like our IPA is just very traditional West Coast IPA. Golden Ale is just straight down the middle golden ale. So just kind of down the line, very approachable, very easy drinking. Middle of the road ABV beers.
Okay. But you got some great stuff on tap. We were actually looking at your tap house list. You guys love to experiment and do some wild stuff inside the tap room. So I was talking to everyone on the live stream earlier. I'm like, I'm very upset that I've never got a chance to come visit the brewery there. And now, this is a point of contention. Is it Albany or Albany?
I'm not from there, so I say Albany. But especially the older generation will correct you and say, "You mean Albany?"
Yes, exactly.
And that's wonderful. I love it when I hear that. It's not annoying at all.
We've been corrected many times on how to say it. So you know what? Let's just. Don't want to make anyone mad. Albany. That's how we're going to say that town name for the rest of our lives. That's where Pretoria Fields is located. So I know we got some great beers to dive into, and also we're going to do some stream exclusive reviews as well. So if you're watching the stream, it's a great day to join the horde. That's what Cotter and I talk about all the time. Make sure you follow us on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. We're streaming live at this very moment.
All right, so we're going to take a break and play a song. When we come back, we're going to try our first beer. So what do we got lined up first?
So I have 2 sours.
Okay.
So I hope you guys like sours.
I like sours.
One is Farmberry Goza, which is the first edition in a new sour series that we just launched. It's blackberries, blueberries from our farms, strawberries from another local farm. Delicious sour ale with
great.
Fruit. It's pink and beautiful.
Yeah.
The other one is only available at Old Pink House in Savannah.
Nice.
And soon to be Garibaldi's, their sister restaurant. But that is one that we did using their tequila Herradura barrels. So aged a Goza in those barrels.
Oh, very cool.
For about a year and a half. A little too long because we were waiting on cans for so long. So it just stayed in the barrels.
So the APV kept rising.
But the cans just came in. They just got it this week. So they're serving that up now. And kind of wanted to give some shout out and some love to them.
Yeah, let's try that one first. How about that? Let's do that.
Okay, sounds good. We're going to dive into some beers next. Here's Adrenaline from 0936. Beer for breakfast. Cotter and Marshall Show. Rock 106.1.
All right. Yeah, that beer from the Pink House sounds fantastic, man. Yeah, let's dive into that first. So this is the Hostess City Tequila Barrel Aged Goza Style Ale. Coming in only 4.5%. Here's the thing. I feel like that's a lie. I feel like if they stayed in the barrels extra long, like they probably initially were like, yeah, this is going to be 4.5%. But now it's probably more like 5.5.
I trust what D says, but he's not here to defend himself either. So, all right, could be lying.
Whatever, D. Whatever, D. No, we're excited to try that. Once again, thanks for coming in. Of course, if you guys have any questions for Josh in regards to Pretoria Fields, please drop your questions in the chat. We'll get to those as well. Yeah, it was so funny. So for the past week, we've been talking about you coming in on the live stream and on the air. Very excited to get you in. And then we had a listener correct us. I was like, yeah, from Albany, Georgia, Pretoria Fields. They're like, no. And I had people correct us on the live stream. We had people call us. And it's Albany.
Yeah. Don't want to get it confused with Albany, New York.
Yeah. Obviously. Because no New Yorkers
Heaven
ever
forbid.
are known to move down to the south, especially Georgia or Florida. It's been this weird influx, I think, the Georgia area, or especially like the Savannah area. We've been getting so many people from New York and California.
Yeah.
Seeing a lot of California license plates out there where, there are a lot of them on the roadways.
I think a lot of that probably when Georgia opened up the beaches first before anybody, right?
Yeah,
in the early days.
Yeah.
So everybody's like, that's where we're going.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's so funny because, as things started to open up in other places, everybody's like, how's it like in Georgia? I'm like, we've been open for a year and a half now, guys. I don't know about you, but it's been pretty normal.
Yeah, I think we were shut down for like 6 weeks to 2 months-ish, and then things slowly started getting back to normal. But we were able to go sit at a bar. I mean, by June, we had bars packed last year. So, I mean, was that a smart move? I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I got about a minute 15.
I was actually stalking yesterday online. I saw that you worked at Jekyll Brewing for a minute too.
I did, yeah. So kind of COVID circumstances,
right? Of course.
Pretoria Fields change and worked for Jekyll for a little bit.
Cool, man.
Love those guys too. Good beers. Old school brewery that's been around for a little longer than Pretoria Fields.
Yeah, we haven't had those guys in yet. We're gonna have them in at some point. But we've had let's see, the most recent one. The newer one down in Brunswick.
Oh, I don't remember the name.
Oh, Silver Bluff.
Silver Bluff, yes.
Yeah. Those folks are great.
Yeah, we had the guys in from Silver Bluff just recently, so that's sort of close-ish to Jekyll. So, we had them in, and I know they just opened up. Their facility looks amazing. I haven't got a chance to visit them yet.
It's very nice.
Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We'll be back in about 25 seconds. Good morning. Thank you for hanging out on air and on the stream. Beer for breakfast, brought to you by Coach's Corner in Thunderbolt. Pandora's Box, the ultimate Aerosmith tribute band, tonight in the Soundgarden. Thomas Claxton and The Myth tomorrow night. All right, joined in studio, VP of Sales and Marketing. We've got Josh Messer from Pretoria Fields, and we've got a beer that you can only find at the Pink House here in Savannah. And we're going to start with that one, and this one sounds delightful.
Yeah, this is the Hostess City Tequila Barrel Aged Goza Style Ale. Josh, tell us, I mean, how did this come about? How did you work with the Pink House to make this happen?
So Craig Jeffers at the Pink House wanted something that was unique to them, wanted to use the tequila Herradura barrels that they selected for the bottles that are in there. So their tequila is hand selected. And so then they wanted to use those barrels, since they had the barrels, to age some style of beer in. To us, it made perfect sense to do a Goza. That's kind of a style that's really easy for us to make, wheat from the farm. And then, you marry that with some tequila flavor, some oak flavor.
Right.
And little lime, and you've got kind of a margarita style Goza.
Well, we can't wait to try it. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and crack this one. I stole the can from Josh. It sounds delicious. I couldn't wait to get my hands on it, but you're gonna pour it out real quick.
Yeah, I mean the tequila barrel aged stuff. It's like you hear of it more than I see it. It's not something you get on a regular basis. The few I've had, though, I mean, it's such a unique flavor that it adds to the beer. So I'm with the Ghost on this. It sounds perfect. All
right, let's go ahead and start the review. Let's take a big old sniff of this thing.
Get the saltiness of the Goza. Get a little bit of that alcohol from the tequila. That's nice.
Yeah, 100%. Now let's holding it up to the light. Yeah, I mean, you're getting that golden straw color, getting some good carbonation flowing through it. Josh, anything we're missing here? We're dumb beer guys.
I don't think so. I don't think so. It's not super clear. It's a little hazy because there's a lot of lime juice in there as well. So
yeah, love me some lime.
Very margarita-esque.
I can't wait to try it. All right, guys. Cheers.
All right, cheers.
Cheers.
Ooh. Now the tequila barrel aging really smoothed out the sour. It's not like harshly bitter and it doesn't make you pucker too much. Now a little bit. It's still a sour.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like making your face like black hole itself, like sucking into itself. Like I really do enjoy that. Once again, this is only available at the Old Pink House.
And soon to be Garibaldi's.
Okay.
So, but right now, only Old Pink House. They just got it this week.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
All right.
Fresh in town.
Oh, and that's awesome. No, I mean, right up front, you get the lime, you get a little bit of tequila. Then on the back end, the bitterness really kicks in. The lime on the back end as well. That is tasty. I mean, that is a solid beer.
It's great, and it's perfect for summer.
Yes.
It is just standing outside now.
Oh, my gosh.
It wasn't even 9 o'clock, and it is swampy out there. So perfect beverage for this time of year.
100%. All right, let's go ahead and start grading this out on the beer scale of supremacy. Cotter? Too much sour maybe. What do you give Pretoria Fields Hostess City Tequila Barrel Age Goza Style Ale coming in at 4.5% alcohol?
Oh, man, I know, right? I'm going to go 3.9987.
That's so many numbers.
We'll take it.
3.9987. No, that is a solid beer. I mean, I'd go to the Pink House just to be like, I just wanted the beer. I'm not here to eat. Just give me beer.
Yeah, it's definitely. I was surprised at how great that was. I'm not a huge sour guy. It's not usually my go-to, but I do like some sours. Yeah. Some Imperial sours are crazy. I always like diving in those. But this was really awesome. Before I get to my review, my grade on this beer, Josh, I know you may have some feelings in regards to this beer on where it may land, but let's go ahead and throw it out there. Let people know, what do you give your own beer, Pretoria Fields Hostess City Tequila Barrel Age?
I give it a 5, right? I mean,
do your thing.
What am I supposed to do here?
They're paying you, so it's fine.
It's 11. It's 11.
It's 11. Our first ever 11, actually.
There you go.
All right. Well, on the beer scale of supremacy, I'm going to go ahead and give this one 3.798.
Okay.
Like I said, sours aren't usually my go-to. Yeah, I love throwing those extra ones in there. Sour is not usually my go-to, but man, I really did enjoy that. And the tequila aging really kind of mellowed out the harsher sour flavor of some sours, and especially this one, and it turned out really well.
My wife would love that beer. That is right up my wife's alley. She would absolutely adore that. All right, coming up next, we got more beer to drink. We're also going to do a stream-only review. So hop on the stream, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. More with Josh from Pretoria Fields coming up next. It is Beer for Breakfast. Cotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1. Oh, there we
want to do a stout in between two sours.
Ooh.
I mean, that to me, it's our best core brand is our stout.
Let's do it.
And it's a lot.
Yeah, let's absolutely do it.
It's not super heavy, but it will definitely be kind of a unique palate cleanser between two sours.
Yeah. Let's throw the stout in the new glasses. Then we'll just reuse our sour glasses with this next sour we'll do. Don't have any questions yet for you, Josh, but someone said, I thought Josh said they were growing organic weed, and I got excited, and then I realized he said wheat.
That's actually true as well. It's not weed, though, because it's hemp, less than 3.3% THC, but we do grow that organically as well.
Now, do you use the CBD products that Pretoria Fields has? Like, do you have a...
I use the tincture.
Yeah?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
The 2,000 milligram. I mean, I've partaken in the full spectrum, full spectrum cannabis plant. So I think I probably have a higher tolerance than, somebody who's just trying to cure arthritis or whatever. So yeah, I do the 2,000 milligram droppers in the morning.
Okay. I'm going to have to...
as I get older, I'm going to have to start doing something.
Yeah, I'm going to have to just use the cream or something. I'll be spending a lot of money with Pretoria
Anti-aging, man.
Does it work? Have you seen it work?
I don't know. I really don't know if the beauty products work.
Okay.
I mean... I don't use those.
Right, not yet. I know. God, we get it. You're pretty, Josh. Jeez.
Yeah, it's just natural glow. I don't need any.
He doesn't even sweat. Added. He glistens. All right, Josh. What beer do we have here? We're going to do a stream-only review for a beer from Pretoria Fields. This is a stout, right?
It's Walker Station Stout. Walker Station Stout. It is, I would say, probably the easiest drinking stout, if you can say a stout is easy drinking. It's perfect for Savannah. Medium bodied. It is a oatmeal stout by style, so it's going to have that kind of pillowy mouthfeel, but also really light, not viscous, not heavy.
Okay.
You can actually have a couple of these.
Oh, nice.
And what's the APV running on this one?
This one is 6.5.
Oh, gosh.
Okay,
yeah,
like
so
that.
Still pretty high, especially for usually the.
It's our highest ABV of anything that we make.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, the lighter, like even lighter stouts can sometimes be way low, like in the 4s. But then coming in at 6.5, this is kind of high. So let's go ahead and start. Let's take a big old sniff of this. Got the heavy coffee kind of nose on 100%.
This. You definitely get that. Get a little bit of the oatmeal.
Yeah, a touch of chocolate as well. That's what I'm smelling in here as well.
Coffee.
I mean, holding it up, just black as midnight. Not like your super thick, like imperial stouts where it's essentially motor oil. This is on the thinner side when it comes to stouts, just like Josh was saying. With that being said, let's go ahead and drink.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Yeah, it has. A lot of people have drank a Guinness, right? So when they think of stouts, they think of Guinness. This doesn't taste like a Guinness at all. It's got a heavier coffee flavor. It almost coats your mouth when you drink it. Like Guinness, it feels like water, right? When you're drinking it. That's why you're able to slam a bunch of Guinnesses the one day a year you drink Guinness, right?
Yep.
Oh, no, just trust me. You don't drink Guinness any other time. This one kind of coats your mouth more, and I like that. It's got a great flavor to it. You taste the coffee. You taste maybe a bit of. I get the sweetness of the chocolate a little bit.
Yeah, it's almost like a dark chocolate kind of bitterness that blends in with the coffee very, very nicely.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. We do describe it as medium roast coffee, kind of notes of chocolate and toffee.
Yeah,
it's got all of those blended together.
Yeah, and we've learned doing a morning show, we essentially snort coffee now. We stopped drinking it, so we just snort it. It seems to hit us much faster.
Most effective.
All right, Cotter, on the beer scale of supremacy, live stream one only. This is the Walker Station Stout. What do you give this on the beer scale of supremacy?
I'm going to go 3.765.
Ooh. So many numbers once again.
I know. I'm not math, so I just don't know when to stop. No, I really like this. This is a really good stout. I mean, the coffee is there. The bitterness of the chocolate's there. Solid, man. 2 for 2. I like this.
Yeah, so Pretoria, especially for a brewery that's only been around for 4-ish years, 3-4 years. The beers have been really, really great. Tell D's done a great job, unless you don't like him anymore. Unless he doesn't answer our phone calls.
Has D been there since the beginning? Has he been?
No,
okay.
He hasn't. He's been since.
So we're not going to give him credit for this?
end of 2019.
Okay.
He brews it. He didn't design that particular one.
Right. Gotcha.
Okay.
All right, so half a credit. We'll give him half credit.
He kept it going.
The sours are all D.
Okay. So on the beer scale of supremacy, what do you give Walker Station, Josh? You get 11 if you want.
4.1. Let's go 4.20.
Okay. Nice. I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Fine. You know what? I'm going to one-up you. 4.69.
Oh.
Because it's nice. It's real nice.
All right.
If you know what I mean. Hello. No, this is actually, when it comes to stouts, this is definitely on the easier drinking side of them. You could definitely have a few of these. Sometimes when it comes to those heavier, imperial stouts, you only want about one. And, and that's kind of all you really want to do because you're usually wasted by the time you finish a bomber bottle of it.
Yep. I'm not a stout guy, but this is the stout that I will drink.
Yeah, that's because it's a lot of times, because I've gotten so into all of these, the pastry stouts and the dessert stouts and these super heavy stouts, going back to just a stout sometimes is like, that's disappointing. Where's the triple chocolate coconut?
Why is there no maple syrup and bacon in here?
What's up with this? But so it's like always weird to go back to just a stout, but that's really good.
Are you guys even trying? There's not this wasn't made with a full live pig swimming around inside of the stout.
We got about 4 minutes.
I guess I should finish this first hour.
Yeah, that one's really good.
That's the toughest part of the job about drinking beer for breakfast. It's the drinking part. Really.
Yeah.
So what beer got you into, craft beer? Or what was your first craft beer that you remembered? Why'd you choose this as a profession?
Can think of a first one. There were many.
That's what I like to hear. Pure alcoholic. Like us.
New Belgium Fat Tire was one of the early ones. Obviously like Sweetwater, 420, Sweetwater IPA. Yep. I definitely remember the first time I had a Stone IPA.
Oh, yeah.
I remember the first time I had a Westbrook Goza.
Yeah.
Like that was I guess 10 years ago now.
Yeah.
And the first time I had it, can I curse?
Yeah, we're on the street.
Okay, so take a sip and go, what the fuck is this? And then, you kind of let it settle in. You go, what the fuck is this? And then it's like I fell in love. And for a a few months after that, I drank nothing but Westbrook Goza.
Yeah,
that's cool. Have you had their Mexican cake? What they're kind of what they're known for? Yeah, that's a fun one too. Cotter's in love with that.
It's my favorite beer. It's my favorite beer. Yeah, I got one in my fridge right now. I'm going to drink it tonight. Very
nice.
Very excited.
What's your go-to beer? Or how about this? What was your pandemic beer? What was the poor man? I don't want to spend a ton of money because it's the pandemic.
I like High Life. I like High Life a lot.
Yeah, dude. High Life was Miller High Life Light or just Miller High Life? The red
High Life, just High Life.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm trying to watch my calories. I go the blue label. The blue label.
But one of my favorite beers of all time is actually made right here in Savannah. Mountain Jam is just a great anytime beer.
Yeah. Very crushable. very crushable.
Yeah, it's funny because it's like they released the IPA and all this other beers, and then like years later, Mountain Jam comes out, and it's just kind of surpassed everything they've done, and it's just a runaway. It's just so popular.
Yeah, I mean, you see it on store shelves all the time. I mean, like there was that, and then there's the Hopland.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What was the other one?
Scattered Sun.
Scattered Sun. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, those are their three ones they're known for. Mountain Jam.
It's taken off.
Huge favorite for everyone. Won a couple awards too. I mean, it was just the simplest of beer. Sometimes can just hit the right spot.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's good.
Yep.
It's a good beer. All right, we got about a minute and a half.
Yeah, my pandemic beer choice was PBR. I don't know how that happened, but maybe it was because it was $4 for 6 16-ounce cans. But yeah, PBR became a huge fan favorite in my house.
Yeah, see, High Life's just a little bit better than PBR.
I would agree with
it's
that.
the champagne.
I would agree with
it
that.
Is.
I
is.
Really, High Life is my go-to cheap beer. And and High Life Light usually was my go-to. Now at the grocery store, though, you can't find High Life Light anymore. It's just High Life.
Yeah.
It's like you can't. I was like, what the hell?
Another go-to pandemic beer, I would have to Coors Light.
Been drinking a lot of Coors lately.
The mountains
Coors
being
Banquet,
blue,
man. Coors Banquet.
Yeah. I don't know.
You keep looking for these lower calories. You're a fit guy.
The banquet. The banquet. Do they still come in those little bomber bottles?
I think you can.
I think you can get those.
Get
I
them,
don't. Yeah, I haven't seen them. In a while,
If there was a preferred way to drink banquet, it had to be in little bomber bottles for me. Remember Mickey's?
Mickey's grenades.
Yeah,
man.
Mickey's grenades.
Mickey's malt.
What?
No.
Oh, dude. It is. I mean, it is definitely like the malted beer kind of thing. But they come in these the grenade-shaped green bottles with this big, wide mouth open thing. Yeah.
Yeah. It's handmade for alcoholics.
We'll be right back, guys. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
Good morning. Thank you for hanging out. Cotter and Marshall Show. Beer for breakfast brought to you by Coach's Corner in Thunderbolt. Pandora's Box, the ultimate Aerosmith tribute band tonight in the Soundgarden. Tomorrow, local favorites Thomas Claxton and The Myth. Still in studio, we've got VP of Sales and Marketing from Pretoria Fields, Josh Messer. Just did one of their stouts on the stream-only review. That was delicious. And for Beer 3, heading back to a sour.
Yep.
So what do we got for this one?
This one is Farmberry Goza. Little secret is Farmhouse Berry Goza is what we used to call a very similar beer.
Okay.
Which was deceptive because it wasn't a farmhouse ale, and so the name was always a little tricky.
Right.
But decided to tweak it and include it as our first edition of a new sour series called Feeling Good.
Okay.
But it is blackberries and blueberries grown organically on our farm, and strawberries from Mark's Melon Patch in Albany. So shout out to Mark's Melon Patch.
Oh, nice. Okay.
But pink, delicious, slightly tart.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, Josh, let me correct you. Albany.
Albany. Yeah,
Albany,
sorry.
yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
You were so close.
You're
almost. You only
I
live
do that
there.
every time.
Our buddy Cam Cross from used to work at the Tap House said this is his favorite beer from you guys.
Yeah.
This is just, he said it's a fantastic beer. So let's crack her open.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Once again, we're trying Pretoria Fields Farmberry Goza. Now, this is a limited release. Is this available in stores? Where can people find this right now?
It should be making its way into stores.
Okay, gotcha.
So, yes, United got it last week.
Okay.
Towards the end of last week. So it's been at the distributor for right out a week. So it should be out on shelves in some places.
Excellent.
Yeah, the color
on tap as well.
Color on that's awesome.
Right.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and start the review. Holding up to the camera, if you're watching the live stream, you'll see the color of that just absolutely
burst right out of the glass. But let's take a big old sniff first.
Ooh.
Man,
smells like berries.
Right?
Oh my gosh, it's like going to the produce section at Kroger and just running your nose along the run of all those amazing berries and everything. Yeah, I mean, it's got a great smell to it. I mean, you're getting everything.
Yeah, it's the sweetness of the berries really stands out. A lot of times with the sour beers, the sour punches you in the face. With this, it's almost just all berries.
Yeah, 100%. It's almost like Captain Crunch.
Yeah, oops, all berries.
Holding it up to the light, and of course on the live stream if you're watching, it's got that. I don't know. I mean, like the light reddish color. Oh, what? I'm
pink, maybe.
Maybe I'm colorblind.
Pink, light
reddish, pinkish,
pink.
But yeah, I mean, it's got a great look to it. I mean, it's almost no carbonation running through this thing, but I kind of like that. I like the idea of that. It's going to go down nice and smooth because of that. So, with that, guys, cheers.
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 Ooh, it doesn't drink. I mean, it's got nice carbonation flowing through it when you're drinking. You feel like the little bubbles.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like a champagne-ish. Because when
and not as sweet as you thought from the aroma.
Not at all.
No, I mean, and it's a Goza as well. So I mean, it's got nice like little bubble, like champagne bubbles almost like flowing through this with a nice fruity flavor to it. And it almost doesn't drink like a Goza at all. Like I didn't get much sour to it at all.
No, it's not overpowering with the sourness of it, but the berries, the flavor of that is great. And like you said, it's not as sweet as it is on the nose. Another solid beer, man. I like this.
Yeah, this is a beer that the ladies will absolutely devour for sure.
The cool thing with the color too is you wouldn't think it, but most of that pink color comes from the blueberries.
Yeah, I mean this is actually very, very cool. And not only that, I mean what you do is you buy a 6-pack of this, right? And you just tell the wife, "Oh, it's a seltzer." and then when she drinks it, you're gonna look at her like, "Prove me wrong."
Yeah,
prove me wrong. Because I mean, it's got kind of it could be mistaken maybe for a seltzer, but this
seltzery
beer,
vibe.
Yeah, it's definitely got the vibe to it, which is actually part of the Feeling Good series that you're throwing out there. So maybe that's part of it. On the beer scale of supremacy, Cotter, let's go ahead and grade out Pretoria Fields. This is the Farm Berry Goza.
All right, I'm gonna go 3.5789.
Okay, all right.
3.5789.
All right,
yes.
so Cotter's digging this one. Josh, what do you give your very own beer?
3.8.
Oh, wow. Going kind of low. Jeez, guys. No, I actually really like this one. Like I said, it kind of runs the gamut on everything, and I think a lot of people are going to be loving this one because it's so easy drinking.
Yeah.
Got great flavor to it. I'm going to give it a 3.87.
Dang, all right. I like that. All right, so Josh, before we wrap it up, get out of here. Anything else you guys got coming up, beer-wise? Anything you're working on?
That series, there will be a future edition that will be a peach ginger.
Oh, nice.
Sour.
Like that.
So I think it's going to be a Berliner Weiss, not a Goza. So no coriander, sea salt. I do want to mention, though, too, with the Old Pink House beer, before I forget, $1 of every can goes to the Giving Kitchen.
Oh, that's awesome.
Great cause in addition to being a great beer. So go to Old Pink House, grab that beer. You're supporting a great cause, and you're getting some good liquid.
Love to hear it.
All right, so if people want to find out more information about Pretoria, what's the best way to do so?
PretoriaFieldsBrewing.com.
Okay.
Or check us out on Instagram and Facebook, just Pretoria Fields Brewing.
Perfect. Josh, thank you so much, man. It's good to meet you.
Absolutely.
Great to have you in the
guys.
studio. All right, falling in reverse. This is Popular Monster, Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
Have you sign the wall real quick?
Cool.
Just choose a spot anywhere. I'm going to grab someone and take a quick picture of us.
Yeah, Stacy's around, I believe.
Instagram will tag you.
Yeah, that's pretty fun.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
How often do you guys do this?
Every Friday.
Oh, every Friday.
Yeah, every
Cool.
Friday. So beer for breakfast every Friday, 9 o'clock. We did the afternoon show together for 7 years. We just moved to mornings.
Okay.
So we did beer review, just like a 5-minute beer review in the afternoon.
Oh, okay.
Never had a guest in. It was usually didn't have a guest in. It was usually he and I drinking a beer. So when we moved to mornings, we're like, we can open it up a little bit, have a guest in, and turn it into a 20, 30 minute segment.
We'll do a sit down picture. We're going to turn around.
Oh, sure.
Thanks, Stacey. Appreciate that. Yeah, we'll throw that on Instagram today or
Cool.
weekend.
Much appreciated.
Dude, thank you so much for the t-shirt.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Don't worry, you'll see it on the live stream.
How far reaching? How many? Like, what's the farthest away brewery that you guys have had come in? Has it all been Georgia beers? Or?
No, I don't think so.
We've had I don't know. I would say the majority of them have been Georgia.
Yeah.
So we have a rule. We do one local brewery a month. Outside of that, most time, we've had we had Brewdog coming in.
Okay.
Next month. And generally, we like to mix it up every once in a while as well. Like someone from the community come in. Like last week, we had Cameron Scott, who actually is an instructor at Orange Theory Fitness in town.
Okay.
We had people from Connect Savannah. I would say close to the Florida line. I guess it's mostly.
I guess it really has
South
been.
Carolina,
South Carolina, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
South Carolina as well.
Yeah.
But whoever's within driving distance or visits the market a lot, we usually if we know and find them.
Yeah.
Although Corey from Sweetwater.
Really?
Corey. He's not a big radio guy. He doesn't like to be in front of the camera. So I met him this weekend. I was talking to him. He's like, "Yeah, I don't know, man.
Send somebody else."
He's funny. Give him a few beers beforehand. He lights up.
Yeah, he was having a great time. We were at Over Yonder.
Okay, cool. Well, dude.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Enjoy those other beers.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate the time.
Yeah, absolutely, dude.
Y'all have a great one for stopping by.
Woo. All right, we got about 40 seconds.
Oh, gotcha. Looking for a link for the Giving Kitchen on Pretoria website, but don't see one. I don't think the Giving Kitchen it's local. I think he's talking about the one.
It's going to be through
Savannah.
Pink House, probably.
Yeah.
We're still in delay. So we'll be right back, guys. Once again, big thanks to Josh from Pretoria Fields stopping by. Dude, 3 solid beers, man.
Yeah, we had some great beers, and hopefully you're watching the live stream. We actually reviewed a stout that was really good, and that's just one of their core beers, the Walker Station. Very good.
Yeah. All right, let's dive into some Marshall's Music News. Here's story number 1.
So we talked about this just a couple days ago. Obviously, Dusty Hill, the co-vocalist of ZZ Top, passed away a few days ago, very sadly, in his sleep in his home down in Texas. Now, there was a lot of questions, and actually we talked about this live on the air on whether the band would go on. So we actually got a follow-up on this story. So Eddie Trunk, well-known personality, was actually talking to Billy Gibbons, and here was their conversation. He said, received this just now via text from Billy Gibbons regarding the passing of Dusty Hill. Billy told me it's okay to share with fans. As Dusty said upon his departure, let the show go on. And with respect, we will get to beyond this and honor his wishes. So ZZ Top only will miss about a show or two. There was a show down in South Carolina they had to cancel because of Dusty Hill's passing, maybe 1 or 2 more. Other than that, the rest of the tour is on. ZZ Top plans on playing the rest of their shows with a guy named Elmore. And, of course, I didn't highlight his name. His name is Elmore, which is a great name. Anyway, he's going to be filling in for Dusty Hill for the rest of the tour dates. Now, is there more ZZ Top after this tour? We just don't know. I mean, they haven't talked about it, and I don't think they're going to talk about it for some time. But it's a great time to go out and see ZZ Top because it could be one of the last times. And they are stopping in Savannah. They're going to be here at the Johnny Mercer Theater on November 17th. So once again, ZZ Top still going on with Elwood, not Elmore, Elwood Francis filling in for Dusty Hill. They'll be here November 17th right here in Savannah.
All right, one more story to go, and then we'll wrap up the show. Cotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1. All right, I'm going to get us out of the way. And I'm going to have...
All right. Yeah, Josh was great, man. So happy to get him in. We'll share. Make sure you guys are following our Instagram page. We'll definitely share some photos this weekend from all of our adventures this past week.
Yeah, that Pink House beer, guys, that's legit. That is just a good beer.
Yeah, I mean, you never know, especially with new breweries. I mean, only a couple years old, they probably haven't hit their high point yet.
But it was very cool to have these guys come in with some really solid beers. Once again, you just never know. Liquid says, Cobra Kai, you definitely got to have Coors Banquet. Speaking of Cobra Kai, should be coming back for another season here in the next few months. So we got one more story coming up here from Marshall's Music News. Then we'll wrap the show today. So Ozzy is going to be celebrating the quadruple platinum No More Tears album with a 30th anniversary release.
30 years. Jesus Christ. We got a message sent to the Facebook page from Ryan Selgren. Marshall, trying to drink your tears away from the Bears this season. Is this beer as sour as your season is going to be? Go Pack, go.
Ryan's a son of a bitch, first and foremost.
Ouch.
Also, I love Ryan. He's our dude. He owns Sun Graphics. He did our T-shirts for our 20th anniversary show. So first and foremost, screw you, Ryan, if you're watching the live stream. But if anything, I will definitely message you back and tell you to suck it. No, I'm excited to see the Bears this year. I think it's going to be weird that we're going to have 17 games this year.
Yeah.
I think that's just going to ruin my life when it comes to fantasy and just me trying to figure out playoff scenarios because of the extra game. But I'm excited to see Justin Fields take the field, no pun intended. I think that's going to happen probably within the first 5 to 7 weeks of the season.
All right, give us a second, guys. I'm going to take us out of delay and make sure we're good. All right, we're good.
All right, just a really quick story on Ozzy Osbourne releasing some really cool, interesting stuff with No More Tears. So details of that coming up, and then once again, we'll wrap the show. Obviously, it's going to be very hot. Please take care of yourselves. Please take care of your animals. Don't leave them outside. Don't be that guy or that girl, pretty please, with sugar on top. If anything, leave yourselves outside and put your animals inside. Raven Dantes goes, so brutal, I love it. Yeah, I am excited just because training camp's happening right now, and like we're getting all sorts of stories, you know. Oh, this guy tweaked his back in practice, or he's got some hamstring tightness. Your offensive lineman that, you just got or something. I just love that stuff because none of it matters. I mean, unless someone like blows out their Achilles or knee or something, like no injury matters in training camp. They'll be there for week 1. I am excited for the football season to start. And I think it's next Thursday. I think next Thursday is actually the first game. Next Thursday or Friday, it's the Hall of Fame game. So we actually get some NFL next week, the end of next week. That'll be very exciting. Oh, drinking the Aloha, huh, Mac? Say it again? Oh, Alani. No, let's just stick with Aloha. By the way, the 8 ball was right for the Islanders yesterday. They did nothing. You're welcome. Sometimes it's right, just like Sex Panther. 60% of the time, it's right all the time.
All right, so we've got about 30-ish seconds left in commercials. Going to get to Rise Against.
Nowhere Generation again?
Nowhere Generation.
Man, we're banging that one.
It's an A.
So I was talking to Josh on the way in. So our RTS feed on the radio station in his car was like, you guys are classic rock? And I'm like, I don't know why it says
I don't know why. Actually, you know what? We're going to move this because I just saw what time it is. So we're going to move that down. Yeah, it's done that, and it's not something we can control, unfortunately. Yeah. And it does that in every car. And it says classic rock. And it's like, that's not what we are.
Yeah. He looked at me. He's like, dude, I feel so old. He goes, your station's classic rock? I was like, that's the stuff that I grew up with. But like, how are you classic rock? I'm like, we're not.
Now, okay, we got 5 seconds. We'll be right back. All right, before we get out of here, one more time, Marshall's music news.
Man, Ozzy Osbourne's making us feel real old. I mean, beyond the fact that he's real old. More than 30 years after its release, Cotter. Ozzy Osbourne's 6th solo album, No More Tears, quadruple platinum, will be celebrated with an expanded digital audio album that's going to be due out on September 17th. Now, there's 2 special editions, a 2LP black vinyl version and a special yellow and red 2LP vinyl version with a specifically created booklet. Now, both are available for pre-order right now at towerrecords.com, and they're both going to be released simultaneously on September 17th. Once again, you can pre-order them now at towerrecords.com. It's going to be expanded editions, like some rough demos, and there's no new songs or anything like that. But once again, Ozzy Osbourne's 6th solo album, No More Tears, getting a 30th year release on September 17th.
I feel so old. All right, guys, have a great weekend. Don't forget, no matter what you're doing, if you're out drinking, call the drunk line and leave us a message, 800-394-1061. I'm going to attempt to take photos from the Hella Mega Tour tomorrow, but I can't guarantee how close I am to the stage.
Right.
So Billy Joe and everybody may look like termites.
I don't know why
Small
you're even
ants.
trying to do that, because it's going to be 97 degrees in Jacksonville tomorrow.
Yeah.
Your hands are going to be so sweaty, the phone will slip out of your hands every time you try to touch the photo button. So I think to save your phone, because I don't want to hear about it on Monday, don't take pictures.
Okay.
Have someone else more responsible maybe do that.
Okay. Well, my wife and 18-year-old child will be there. So, both more
18.
responsible.
Yeah, 18-1.
Both more responsible. All right, guys, have a great weekend. We'll talk to you on Monday. It is the Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
All right, guys, thanks for hanging out today. You guys have a great rest of your weekend. Get nice and crazy, but also be very careful with the heat today and tomorrow. Both going to be 95 plus.
See you guys.